Y'all know what it is. MZ Talks Boxing.
Let me make this abundantly clear. We talk about boxing here. My opinion is winning, but if you ain't feeling no good on your boxing, yeah. This mental headshot sting. So do these body blows that I bring. You wanted the big step to the ring. Let's go to the toe to the final bell ring. MZ Talks Boxing. Yeah.
Look, can I get some? Okay, there we go. Welcome to another episode of MZ Talks Boxing. Well, I'm your host, MZ. We're going to talk about it. Had a great week of boxing last week. Claressa Shields showed up and showed out. And if you caught that fight, you saw one thing, and that is, right now in women's boxing, no one can touch this young lady. Not in her weight class, not as of yet. And it's enjoyable to see. You know, she has that aura about her where she's you can see it written in her face that, you know, I know these girls can't mess with me, and she proving it. I'm gonna say salute to D-Lo 404 Boxing, first one in the house. My brother, what's happening? I see you took care of Lala D. So we will be making the post to the Block family on Marlowe's Corner in that $25 range, under the name of D-Lo 404 Boxing for taking care of Lala D. He took care of that bounty and brought me that scalp. What's up to Gil Cole's in the house? He say salute to OG. I say what's back at you. Hope everybody is doing good and having a great week. As y'all know, today is my Friday. It starts my weekend. And I only got a one-day weekend this week, so I got to make the best of it. Anyway, we got some good fights coming up as well this week. First of all, I want to know, did you guys catch any of the fights this weekend? I know y'all saw, I know y'all saw Claressa Shields do her thing. I know that. Let me turn that music down a little bit more. So we can just go ahead and get things going. Like I said, what's up? We're going to talk some boxing. We're going to speak about how Claressa Shields did her thing. The build up towards Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo was doing a lot of talking. He said a lot to this man, Josh Taylor. And y'all know I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, right out the gate. I'm Taylor gang. I know he didn't look good in his last fight, and that's okay, because T.O. didn't look all that great either. So we're going to see how things going. I got a feeling that man out of Scotland, I do believe he's from Scotland, my boy Josh, I believe that Scottish attitude is going to show up. And he and T.O. going to go head to head. We're going to see who busting what. But anyway, I'm going to sit back for a little bit, let our brothers and our sisters join in. I want to let you guys know, I did stay up that night. Armin Brown was doing traveling just to make sure our sister made it okay. She was on the road for a long time, but she did make it. Once again, congratulations, D-Lo 404 Boxing, for handling up on Lala D. I appreciate that. You kind of scared me when you came in and started talking about you was late on you had to rush to get your picks in, man. But you made it happen. So once again, like I said, we making that donation to the Block fam, Marlowe's Corner and Trey X. I'm gonna make sure I get that to them on their next show. If not, I'll just send it to one of them privately, and they can go ahead and distribute it like it's supposed to be. Waiting on the results to that's right, Gil Cole and Eric R. I made a mistake. Let's bag up as they do. Let's bag up real quick. Bag that up. Gil Cole say, man, I actually missed the Shields fight. Oh, you did? Well, they got some pretty decent highlights of it. And that's how I had to go and do my research on it. But what I did notice, Clarissa Shields, she looks like she was sitting down on the punch. At one point, she threw an overhand right, and it had me reminiscent of Devin Haney, the way she threw that mug. I mean, she was really trying to land that overhand. But for the most part, as I said, you know, these young ladies that's out there fighting right now, they're just not equipped to handle this girl at this point in juncture in time. If you disagree, I would have to say you'd have to let me know. But right now, it is being shown, no matter who you pick or who you might think about, Clarissa is kicking butt and looking well doing it. You could tell she wanted the knockout. Gil Cole said, I picked Shields by knockout. I picked her by UD, unanimous decision. And I know we're supposed to stay away from the unanimous decisions, but there was no other way really for me to see that fight going except a UD. She totally dominated the young lady. And you know, I figured that much. I look at it like this: if I really can't see the knockout, which is hard for me to see the knockout with fighters, you know, I'm not that great at calling knockouts like you guys are. But for the most part, if I think it's going to be a knockout and I'm having a difficult time calling what round, I'll end up going to a unanimous decision with the fighter that I think is supposed to earn a knockout. And with Clarissa, I went with the unanimous decision. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Joe Brown and DeCane because they seem to notice when the fighter is throwing their punches correctly or not. Yeah, I know we can put it at the blame that, you know, Clarissa Shields is a girl and that's why she's not getting knockouts, but I can't really go with that because Ann Wolf was a knockout artist. She could put her on people, and there's a few other ladies that gets knockouts. And Clarissa being such a cut above, I'm trying to figure out what it is that she is missing to get these knockouts. And I can kind of say you could kind of notice a little bit that she was trying hard to get the knockout, which a lot of times when you're trying hard to get the knockout, from what I've seen, not saying, you know, I've never been in the ring, but from what I've seen of other fighters, when it looks like they're trying to get the knockout, it never comes. Or it comes ugly like. But either way, she got the win. And no one can complain about that. No one at all. I kind of catching rumors about Devin Haney turning down the Tank fight, but I'm not for sure yet. I'm gonna wait till I get a little more information on that before I just sling it out there. But for the most part, I think we were talking about it last week. If you following the money, I know I got that statement from Trey X. I might not be using it the way he want to use it, but for right now, for me, Tank is the money fight, and I would think that it would be smart for Devin to take that fight. We know he's not in a hurry to run into the ring with Shakur. We also know his only move after that would be, if he doesn't deal with any of the guys at 135, would be to go to 140. But things are percolating up there, and it almost seems like Regis Prograis. You know, if you just let yourself imagine, it's like a shark sitting up there swimming around, just wishing and waiting and hoping almost that Devin go ahead and decides to step up. Because it almost looked like he waiting to pounce on that man. But, you know, that's hearsay. That's just what I see and what I think. We have to see how it goes out of that. But Gil Coles is still a good pick. You won with Clarissa. That's what counts. You won. So, you guys let me know how you guys, those of you that have saw the fight, I know people gonna have to come and see it. Progress ain't no problem. Devin won in his life. That's what I'm saying. Oh shoot, I'm not saying that, Gil Coles, but I am saying that, man, that boy Regis, every time I see him speak, he always makes it a point to let you know that when he fights, he's looking to hurt you, and he's making that statement. When people get out the ring with me, I'm trying to make sure I'm taking something from them. I take something from them. Who knows? Devin might need excuse me, I got the hiccups a little bit. Devin might need some of those problems. I can't say what Devin can't or ain't gonna do. I can say, for the most part, you know, he not gonna knock nobody out right away, and until he gets his punching. Me and Eric R. Excuse me, jumping down to the chat. Gil Cole said, "Me and Eric R. got to run it back. OG, we tied last week in Champ Ross. I heard, and you know." The meme game and the GIF game was kind of all right, but y'all didn't kind of seem like y'all dug into y'all bag like y'all really do, man. I was looking for y'all to really dig in y'all bag and cut it up, cause Gil Coles, you got some throw memes. Eric R just got some throw material. I was looking for the ultimate showdown when it came down to the memes and everything. Y'all still did y'all thing, but I was looking for y'all to really dig deep. But when you're looking for a good showdown, good contest, a draw is not something bad, especially when you like both competitors. Got love for both of y'all, my brothers. And the draw. So I was gonna ask, how do I hold the money for the bounty into next week when y'all have y'all head to head? Do I do that and then put the money to Marlowe's corner in one of y'all's name? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Cause I don't know if I should do it for a draw. Champ Ross Fantasy Boxing Prediction Leads in the house. Sup, MZ? Congrats on the top score last week. I thank you very much. He said you and Ernest Gil Cole said you and Ernest Davis kicked some ass last week though. Hey, y'all can put that on the wall to represent for the Block family. Y'all can put and y'all gotta remember, I've been feeling some type of way about the 0.5. Y'all know I've been feeling some type of way. I just can't be stuck like that. But I stuck my chest out. I thank you, Champ Ross, for what you're giving me, but I'm gonna be gracious. I'm gonna sit back. I'm not gonna talk a lot of noise because I have noticed every time I let my pride and my cockiness show up, the very next time I get my ass whooped. So I'm gonna take this graciously, sit back, and just enjoy the fact that I finished it in the high score, and leave it at that. I'm in the top 20s. If I could just hold that spot until the end of it comes up, it'd be great. This just in from Champ Ross says top score this week wins $50. Oh shoot! Let me put that on the board. There we go. Top score wins $50. So y'all heard that. For those of you that's in here, hey, make sure you have it. Make sure it happen. He said, Gil Cole said, Champ Ross, we have a little in-house competition going with the prediction league. Trey X in the house. Salute. What's up, bro? Glad to see you coming through. Some good fights this week. Put something up for grabs. I got you. I'll make sure I put a bounty out somewhere inside the league to make sure, you know, like I said, Eric R. and Gil Coles, he ended up in a draw. So I have to hold theirs. But in the name of D-Lo 404 Boxing, I have to say he brought the head of La D. He earned that bounty. And I'm going to shoot $25 in the name of D-Lo 404 Boxing to Marlowe's corner and Trey X. So let it be known that did come through and everything's going to be great. My boy Nick Girl, I'm not sure if I know you, but thank you for stopping through. Hit that like button, and I appreciate you coming through. He said Devin gonna struggle with 140. I can see where you would think that, or where you would say that, because of like Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, the likes of Josh Taylor, and those guys that's floating at 140. But you know, we have to see what happens. You know, he beat Lomachenko. He beat Lomachenko, and for the boxing world, I don't know. For some people, that's a big thing. For other people, it's not so big. I don't know. It's pretty much going to depend on you and how you feel. The chat is really rolling right now. So, Trey X, Gil Cole, Champ Ross, salute. D-Lo, okay, he said, I don't like his name. That's what Gil Cole say. Appreciate that, OG. No problem, man. Hey, it is what it is. Say, but remember, I was just so you know, I thought I had let everybody know that I had put a hit out on Lala D, and I had put a hit out. I really put a hit out on Gil Cole. I put a hit out on Gil Cole because he running around getting all these wins racked up, and I just felt like I needed to put a hit out on him to get him knocked off his square for a little bit. And if old boy is a troll, so let it be. That statement, it kind of stands true. People believe that Devin is definitely a troll. Okay, I got you. So I won't even waste my breath no more. We'll keep it rolling. He helped us out by popping in. That's the view that we earn, whether, you know, whatever. So anyway, congratulations. I got to make one little speech and say thank you to Trey X, my mentor, the guy who, the young man who leads me through boxing picks. And when I start tripping, he notices it and he calls me out right away. I love that shit. Max, actually, I love the way he calls me out because it's like family. And you know, before I without getting sappy or anything like that, I really want to say, out of these guys, you guys, Block family, on the Discord, I truly enjoy my interactions with each and every one of y'all. I truly do. Even if I don't speak to you on a regular, just seeing what you put in the Discord and getting to see your thoughts and how things are going with you in life, and just knowing stuff like that, it's really moving to see people being able to do that. I want to thank, say welcome back to Yasser. I see, man, that old picture that he got, that was really a great share that he put up in the Discord. That was a really great share. But I don't want to get too far off topic. I want to ask, now there's a few more people in there, how did y'all feel about Claressa Shields showing? I wish DeCane was here. Hold on, our brother Otis is calling me. So let me drop some music on y'all real quick while I get this. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry for the interruption. That's our brother Obese checking in. He talking about some music. I had to cut him off and let him know I'm chilling with the Block fam. Told him to swing through. If he does, he does. But you know, he's trying to get a verse together for something. Told you, we always working on music. But anyway, how did you guys feel? How do you feel about the way Claressa Shields is going through the competition as far as in the women's division? And I think is pretty good. It's pretty cool. Is she's going up and down in weight, and she's young enough to do that. You know, it mystifies me how easy these ladies can lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, in such a fashion. Because you know, from all the women that I know, losing weight and gaining weight at will is not something that they like to do or wants to do, or it's easy for them to do. But for Claressa, she rapid fire. From what I've seen, you know, I got a chance to see not the whole fight, but some very damn good highlights. The fight that I did get to watch was the Luka fight, which that boy was swinging hammers. But I'll say that one for last. I want to know what you guys think about the way Claressa is going through these young ladies and putting hands on her. I did see a couple of good uppercuts to the body that she threw. And I've heard DeCane and a couple of the brothers say she needs to go to the body a little more. And from what I've seen with the head hunting and trying to throw that overhand right, which I said she threw one, it kind of looked like Devin Haney, the way she swung forward. And it was almost, honestly, dare I say, kind of a little telegraphed the way she was doing it, because she was really trying to do her thing. She was really trying to get that knockout, but she looked great. There you go. Trey X said what I said earlier. Clarissa looked good, but she was trying too hard for a knockout. Usually that doesn't come when they try that hard for a knockout, and it kind of make their game look a little off. Salute to Joseph Brown. Judge Joe Brown, as Trey X would say, all rise for the honorable. I ain't stealing it. I'm just using it as his tag, so I'm going ahead and use it for him. Wait, I got it on there. It say, salute to the champ, MZ, top dog this week. Okay, thank you. I wouldn't call myself a champ yet. I just say I had a good showing this week. Still got a few weeks to go in order to make it happen and do things as such. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So he says salute to Champ Ross and everything like that. We got that Nick. What we say maybe a troll. Anyway, I'm not gonna speak about the Layla Ali. You know, we all know she old. Ain't no need to talk about what would have happened because we ain't gonna see the fight, so we can never say what would happen. So I won't even dig into that. Anyway, what do y'all think about her fight and how she did? I did see, like I said, I saw her do a little dip move and come up with that left uppercut to the body twice. I don't know which round it was they were putting it into. I'm putting it into the atmosphere, MZ. You know what, Joseph Brown? You're right. Put it into the atmosphere and receive it, and it shall be. I'm just going to be laid back and gracious. I'm going to graciously accept what I got in Champ Ross. I ain't gonna talk no noise. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, every time I talk noise, I get my bread buttered, and I don't want to get my bread buttered. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's a you can hear the wind in OG's voice. He glowing. It does feel good. I can't lie. It does feel good to know that I finished well. What really makes it feel even better is my big bro, Big E, Texas Timbo, aka Manny Draperlin, and my favorite producer of all time. He finished damn good. That should have been the week that him and Gia Coles locked horns. But it is what it is. Everybody did good. Trey X has moved way up. Proud of him. Happy that that's going on. But still, 20 fights this week. Great for a statement. And I see Shane Mosley Jr. is going to be fighting. Josh Taylor is going to be fighting on that list. I like Shane Mosley Jr. I'm not real high on him. I started liking him from the that boxing show that they had where it was him, Adams. I can't even remember the other guys' names, but for sure, Brandon Adams and Shane Mosley's names are stuck in my head from that, because that's the show where Adams got a chance to fight for the belt. That's the reason he ended up facing Charlo, in my opinion, because the win for that show was to fight for a belt. So, with that being said, we got Toby Barlett. Salute MZ and the chat. Salute to you too. And hit that like button for me. I said that twice tonight. As you come in, you got anything you want to say? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. We'll try to make sure we get it read. We're going to talk about boxing and enjoy the night and let it take us where it takes us. Let me pull my list up so I can make sure that I do everything like I need to so I can keep you guys interested. As we all see, the noise of Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is starting to grow on everybody's lips. Pretty soon it's going to be blazing up. But for right now, this upcoming week of fights, because I called off Shane Mosley and Jr. Let me put the Jr. on there. Shane Mosley Jr. and Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. Oh, we got Jaime Munguia is also fighting. I like him. Got to see what he gonna do. Let me see. We got Ricardo Sandoval, Shane Mosley, Jaime Munguia, Josh Taylor versus T.O. I really want to get you guys' thoughts about that. I know Trey X, Taylor gang. I don't know how he feeling as of late, because we know our boy Josh didn't show up that great. But I'm gonna go on ahead and be real right out the gate. I'm gonna ride with my boy Josh Taylor. That's who I'm going to go with. I believe that old Scrapper's got it in him still. I think he can come out there and still look good, still be that mean dog that we know he is. His last performance, I'm gonna say was a hiccup in the game. That was his hiccup in the game. He was off a little bit that night, but this night coming up against Teofimo Lopez, we're gonna see Josh Taylor do his thing. This is what I really believe. Also showing up on this week's card, we're gonna be seeing we're going to attempt to see Adrian Broner coming up and see how that thing is going on, because Adrian Broner is set to fight. Damn it. I erased the guy's name. Let me put it up to the other list. Adrian Broner is fighting Billy. What's that dude's name? Y'all give me a second because I got it right here. I want to make sure that I give everybody they just doing their props. Who they fighting. But Adrian Broner with Don King, that man still going at it, still trying to got his fly talk and everything. Caitlin Watch Carson. Adrian Broner versus Billy Hitchison. I'm sorry about that. I should have been way better. 10 rounds welterweight. I think I heard Adrian. I'm not sure if it was Adrian. Is he more comfortable saying something about being more comfortable at 140? Not sure, but we'll see how it go. Already, back in the chat. Say salute in the chat. He said, I already hit the like, but I already hit the MZ. It's just good manners. It's like wiping your shoes off before entering the house, laughing out loud. I appreciate that, Toby Willett. You are so right. Trey X says Taylor versus Lopez is a fight where I feel stupid for picking either guy. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that because in my opinion, I would say picking either one of them, both of them had bad showings the last time out. They weren't really that great. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of letting the fan in me override and just say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and ride with Josh. I have my reasons for riding with Josh because I think Josh has dog and he's not taking anything away from T.O. T.O. is the young guy. And I know about that, you know, maybe it could be the in with the young, out with the old. But I got a feeling Josh got a little more fight in him and he's just not ready to go out like that, especially with T.O. kind of talking all off the wall and crazy. That could be just me. That's how I feel. I'm not gonna say that could be just me. That's just me. I don't know how everybody else feel, but I'm riding with Taylor Gang. I'm sticking it out with Taylor Gang. I think he's gonna be able to pull it off. I think he's gonna be able to pull it off. I think he'll be able to box T.O. I'm not taking anything away from T.O., but I don't think Josh wilt per se under T.O.'s jab or wilt under thinking that T.O. is so strong or something like that. Like we kind of felt like Lomachenko did when he first fought him, kind of leery of his power. I think Josh has enough power and enough grit about himself to make sure to keep T.O. in line. T.O. is at some kind of crossroad to me in his career, battling the demons outside of the ring and then having to get into the ring with top-notch fighters is not a good recipe. Hopefully he can see something better, get his vision straight and get his mind right while he's in that ring, because he's gonna mess around and get hurt. Joseph Brown say AB gonna beat that boy. We would expect that to happen. Hopefully, maybe Billy Hitchison won't throw a lot of punches. Maybe he won't throw a lot of punches, but you know, it is, as we always say, there's footage on AB and on how, you know, what he should do. Step to AB, put hands on AB as well as he can. Not be wild, but be busy. Because we've all agreed pretty much that AB don't really come off of his hands that much. And if he comes out there like trying to style and profile, it's possible he can get beat. Not saying that he will get beat. I'm just saying that's a possibility. Toby Barlett is speaking to everybody, Trey X and everybody like that in there. You got the David Adelaide and Amir Hamatev. They coming up. Let me see. He said it's 20 fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a lot of fights to put your teeth into. And as Trey X said, dig in and cut upfield. So like I said, I'm trying to run into the playoffs. Y'all gonna have to deal with me when we get in there. That's what it is. But yeah, I see the only person that said anything about Clarissa putting her hands on old girl was Trey. I also got a chance to listen to Hannah Gabriel give reason of why she was not fighting Clarissa. I didn't even know she had went live after popping dirty. If it wasn't for Clarissa saying in one of her statements on one of the videos I saw her in. I managed to be off the whole day so I can come in, not be tired or overrushed or overwhelmed when I start talking to you guys, so we can get it down. I reckon this is coming from Toby Barlett. I reckon Josh Taylor's going for the KO. He won't trust the judges after the Ramirez fight, in my opinion. That's a good thing to come up with. With T.O. mouthing off and talking about he want to end Josh Taylor, you know, he talking pretty reckless, which I have to bring up. When Deontay Wilder spoke about being reckless and getting the body, people lost their minds and went straight bat crazy. I haven't really seen anybody doing that since this man has been speaking on it. But I'm going to see how Josh Taylor is taking it. I believe Josh Taylor is one of those fighters, which, you know, I like to say this. Josh Taylor is one of those fighters that can kind of take things a little personal and say, you know what, when we get in the ring, I'm going to show you instead of telling you, I'm going to beat that ass. I'm not going to say who I picked, but I did make my pick already. And I'm a Taylor gang guy. Shit, I'm going to just go ahead. The only time I rooted for T.O. to win a fight is when he went against Lomachenko. That was the only time that I can remember riding with T.O. After that, he showed me a lot of his character, which turned me off on him. And therefore, you know, I ain't worried about it. I have been, hold on, let me move that down so I can see. Joseph Brown said, I have people been calling out T.O., saying that. So you have seen some people saying it? I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't really been too much messing with the other channels to hear them say it. If it ain't pop up on the stream, I most definitely didn't hear it. I told you I don't really mess with the other guys. I just mess with y'all. Teofimo took it personally against Kambosos, and look how that turned out. Yeah, it turned out bad. That's what I was saying. Hopefully he get his mind and stuff together. Get whatever personal issues that's going on outside the ring. He leave that alone, because I don't see him taking outside things and using them as fuel to help him out. He went out there, tried to knock Kambosos' head off, got dropped for the call, got dropped for his calls, being reckless and not thinking, and lost his belts. Yeah, he did knock Kambosos down too, but it just wasn't his night. And if he come out there with that nonsense, you know, I think old Taylor gang, Josh Taylor gonna put hands on him. I think Scotland. Is it Scotland? Yeah, that's where they wear the kilts. Yeah, that man gonna. I think he gonna do his thing. So once again, I'm saying I'm going with Taylor gang and ride it out. Hopefully, I have another good week in the Champ Rush, and I can just I can move up the list a little bit more. Top 20, being in the 20s is good, but in the teens would be better. I could enjoy that a lot better, I think. So, Clarissa, I like that girl. I really do. I heard people down in the fact saying, oh, she didn't sell out at home and, you know, all this nonsense. Man, the girl can fight. She doing her thing. And at this moment, I have to agree with her way of thinking and say she's the best girl out there. Nobody mess with her. T.O. is having fun with this. If you watch the interview with him and Taylor, T.O. was entertaining, even had Taylor laughing at his nonsense. Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel what you're saying. Trey say Taylor hasn't fought since last February. I get that too, bro. I get that too. But it's who was it that we were talking about last week? Where I was like, it's just one of those things that I'm like, I'm gonna ride with the guy that I feel like got the more dog in him. I'm just not feeling I think Taylor is right for the pickings. T.O. by decision. Really? Okay. Now it's starting to come out. Well, I don't think that. I'm thinking that I think Taylor probably take the decision. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Taylor probably take the decision. But we'll see. We'll see. Because it's right around the corner. It's this weekend, ain't it? Let me make sure. I know it's right around the corner and excited. Excited about it. Damn, I'm almost burning myself up. I better stop. So I was noticing when in the Luka fight, Trey X can attest to this because I had asked him when they were fighting, because I noticed right before the stoppage at the end of the fight, but oh boy, just pretty much sat down in the corner and quit. I really didn't see the punch that did anything to him. Anyway, I noticed that the referee had like kind of called stop the fight to fix Luka's glove, and I noticed that the clock was still ticking. I was like, damn, he ain't gonna stop the clock. That referee was kind of old too. Not making fun of him or anything. He just I don't know the way the fight was going, the atmosphere of it and everything. It was just different. That fight looked a little different. It just was different. Different from what I guess from what I'm used to seeing in American hell fight or English fight, where they, the people in there making noise, and that place they were in, like a little auditorium or something. I don't really know what that was, but anyway, my boy Luka did his thing. He was swinging for the punches, for the fences. He looked like he was really putting some power into his punches, and in the first half of the fight, he was like, not that accurate. His accuracy was sucked for a while, and I want to call the man Zaza because that's what I saw. That's what I was on his shorts. He was pretty decent at bending at the waist and making old boy miss while he was shooting his hooks and everything like that. But he just didn't seem like I can't explain. Look, for them to be pros, the fight didn't look. It didn't give me that feeling. I'm sorry, it didn't give me that. Ooh, this is a great fight or anything. It was decent. And I found myself wondering a little bit while watching it, but for the most part, it was a good fight. I picked Luka to win, so that's another feather I could put in my hat. I did pick him to win. He won, and I think I had him for knockout in round 9. Why old boy couldn't quit in round 9 instead of round 10? I guess that's just the breaks. It is what it is. I got to win. Well, I think I got to win. Do you get to win even though you didn't get the I needed to ask this question. Even though you don't get the correct ending of the fight, even if you get the right winner, do you still get points for that? I'm asking for myself. So, only thing we can say about Claressa is she looked good. Nobody agrees with me that she is the top woman in fighting right now. No one can deal with it. What's up, Joseph Brown? How you doing today? No, let me see it like Trey would say it. All rise for the honorable Judge Joe Brown. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, MZ? What's happening, everybody in the chat? Hope y'all having a good month, a good Tuesday. Everybody enjoying themselves. Got some good fights this week. Had some good action last week.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I'm excited. I want to see the turnout when Adrian Broner fights. I just want to see how he looks, and if he's going to be able to make it back into prominent glory.
Well, I saw a good bit of press conference they had earlier today. Adrian Broner's a clown, man. This dude was calling dude a potential lawyer of his. After he finished whooping his ass, he gonna hire him. He gonna get rid of his lawyer because at least he know that once he hired, he'll fight for him.
Yeah, I saw that video. And he kind of threw me off though. You see the way Don King looked at him when he said, "I got a couple of dudes that got some murder cases."
Yeah.
Don King looked at him like, "What the what?" He's a real crazy smile that he had. Okay. So I caught that. They started roasting old boy pretty good. But I hope
AB was on stuff.
I hope he be on his stuff in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's been a couple of times that he been on his stuff and got in the ring and stunk it up. I'm hoping I'm hoping that whatever he's been going through, has really jarred something in him to make him say, "Hey, I still got a little time. Maybe I can salvage some of my career, salvage my career out of this." Because, in my opinion, I don't know how other fans feel, but in my opinion, his career is taking a serious dip, and hopefully he can get it back together, even if it's over there with Don King. And Lala Do has just stepped in. Oh, I say Lala Do. Lala D. What's up, sis? Glad to have you in here. Glad to see you doing all right. Forgive me for the slip up of the tongue, but that's what it is.
Lala Do. What's happening, Lala Do?
Man, I can't believe I just said that, but it came out. She's speaking to everybody. So what you think about who? Not to be asking who you riding with, but how you looking at the Josh Taylor Tio fight?
That's an interesting fight. Both guys are very good counter punchers. Tio has the athleticism, the youth on his side, but Tio does make a lot of mistakes fundamentally that we've seen Taylor capitalize on, especially when he takes a half a step back, and he's able to land counter shots, similar to how he caught Ramirez. There's some things that Taylor does that gives him an advantage on the inside. We all know if the fight ends up being on the inside, we know who wins that. That's Taylor. He's obviously going to win the fight on the inside because he's just tougher, mentally tougher, and he's going to do things on the inside that's going to create problems for Tio. Tio likes to be in that mid-range area, but the problem with that is even when he's on the mid-range, he does come inside. Where the Tio may have the advantages where he's able to time Josh Taylor and counter him in the exchanges. But if he's lunging in, if he's throwing that leaping left hook that he likes to throw, he's gonna get it's going to be one of them memes, like epic style memes, because Taylor will catch him coming in, and he will counter punch, and he will land that uppercut, that vicious uppercut on the inside, which he likes to throw. People need to remember Taylor caught Ramirez coming in with the first knockdown. He caught him with a left hook. So these are things that you got to be wary of when you're trying to come in on Josh Taylor. But I do feel like if Tio tries to box and utilize a jab on the outside and pick his spots, he could end up making it a close enough fight where it goes to decision, and he might get the benefit of the doubt on the cards. But if he comes in there, trying to,
to bomb rush,
if he tries to leap in any way, he's going to get countered, and it could be lights out for him. So I'm leaning towards Taylor.
I've leaned all the way toward Taylor. My needle was all the way on Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the way he fought Regis. The way he boxed Regis. If we get a glimpse, if that Josh Taylor shows back up in the ring, and I know I'm asking a lot if that Josh Taylor shows back up in the ring, but if that Josh Taylor shows up in the ring, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell and high water, hard for Tio to beat that Josh Taylor. I think, in my opinion, because like I said, Josh is I don't want to say grimy. It's another word I'm trying to use there, but I think he got the goods. He gonna plan his. He gonna work his jab. And like you said, he gonna dig in Tio on the inside. I picked Josh all the way out.
Well, I hear what you're saying, Z. Not to cut you off, but here's lies the issue for Taylor with a guy like Tio. Tio is explosive. Tio has athleticism. He's 25 years old, and he does have the speed, the quickness. If he used any form of intelligence in there, like he used against Lomachenko, where he utilized and worked off the jab, he could make this a very, very difficult fight for Taylor, just because of his athleticism. And his timing. People forget Tio does have really good timing. He's a really good counterpuncher. If you get your timing down, he can land punches, but the problem is I don't know if that Tio is going to show up. And the same thing with Taylor. I don't know what Taylor we're going to get after the layoff and the performance he had in his last fight. That's what makes this fight so interesting because both guys are coming off really bad performances, and it's hard for you to try and depict which guy is going to show up for this particular night and win this fight. Obviously, you got to look at Taylor being the guy winning this fight just based upon the fact that on the inside, which the fight is going to be on the inside, you know what he's going to do on the inside, and he's going to use his physicality. He's going to try to bully T.O., and he's going to be able to find his moments where he counters T.O. But the question is, a lot of the question is on T.O., to be honest. I got questions for Taylor, but there's more questions with T.O. than there.
For T.O. My biggest thing for T.O. is what his mentality is going to be like, what his mental is going to be like, how he's going to be thinking that night. Is he going to be in that mind and try to go out there like he did with Kambosos, or or he's looking for a performance like he did with Lomachenko? Seems like Lomachenko brought the best out of T.O., and he also brought something out of Devin. Push that to the side. A couple of fights down the road, like you said, both guys did not look good in their last showing. And like you said, it's hard to depict. So I just have to go by what I think, and I believe that Josh Taylor, like you said, he's the older guy, but I also think he has grit. That's the word. Thanks, D-Lo. He has that grit. I haven't really seen that grit in T.O. like that yet. This would be the perfect opponent, in my opinion, for him to step up and show the grit, show his toughness. But he has to be mentally ready. If he go out there and making dumbass mistakes, I think Josh Taylor will and can capitalize on that, and that's going to make a good night for it.
I do think T.O. does have some toughness to him, because he could have easily just folded in that Kambosos fight. He did fight hard. He did try to win that fight, and he came up short. But he got dropped. He came back. He dropped Kambosos. He didn't just shell up. He didn't just shell up, and so he did respond like you want to see a guy respond at adversity. He did make a fight out of it. He did come back. As far as mentally goes, I don't think T.O. is fragile. His mental state, I think he's in a better mental state. And the reason why I say that is because he kind of understands how you have to play this game mentally in boxing, as far as the media and just saying a whole bunch of stuff. He's having fun with it. It sounds crazy and ridiculous to me, but I think he's channeling a lot of the inner Rolly when he's saying a lot of the stuff he's saying. It's funny, and there's some things in which he says in the interview which he actually really believes that he can exploit certain things that Josh Taylor does, and he broke it down, and that lets me know that he's actually analyzing some of the things he can do against Taylor, and some of the things he's able to execute against Taylor. So it says to me that he has a game plan for this fight, and I think he's up for this fight. So I think we're going to get a better version than we've seen in his last couple of fights, which is good, because both guys are at a point in their career right now where their backs are against the wall. So I'm expecting this to be a really good fight.
I feel you, because both of their careers are at a point where a loss could be a good a setback, and a win could help them. Either one of them next steps be a little more a better view for themselves. I guess that's the best way to put it. But I think they both need this win. Seriously, like, I agree with you totally on that. They both need this win. This is one of those fights that hey, you got to make up for the last showing that you put out. Simple and plain. As a fan, that's what I need both fighters to show better than what they did last fight. And this is the perfect opportunity. They both got good dance partners. If you're a T.O. fan, you're looking over there at Josh Taylor, you're saying this is a good fight. Josh Taylor got hands. He can fight. He got the attitude. He got the grit. and vice versa. A person that's riding with Josh Taylor can look at T.O. and say, you got a youngster. Like I said earlier in the show, he's young, athletic. You said he's explosive, which he is. He got all those things going for him. I'm looking for a chess match. And in my opinion, I think Josh can play chess a little better than T.O. And that's why I'm gonna stand it on that.
And let me say this, MZ.
Mhm.
This is the biggest fight in the 140 division right now. This is the biggest fight at 140 so far. Is this fight between T.O. and Josh Taylor? I don't think there's a bigger fight right now at 140 that we can kind of talk about. This is the biggest fight at 140 right now.
Not talk about with this kind of excitement. With this kind of expectation. You're right about that. I'm hanging on it. I'm like, I really want Josh to win. I'm just, I done said that a few times, but yeah, I'm riding with Josh. As a fighter, T.O. can fight. Let me go ahead and let it be known. I do have it separated. It's not a feeling thing with it, with his antics and stuff like that. I'm just looking for a good fight, and I hope they give us a good fight. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us a good fight. This is one of those times I think it's gonna go out. They're gonna go out and get the job done. Everybody walk away happy. I'm thinking. Let me jump in. Eric R is in the house. What's up, Eric R? He say my show. Yeah, player. I owed you that. Yeah, that's why your name running across the banner, and the show is named after him. Because I forgot to give him one when he whooped my ass. So let's just keep it real. Give that man his shine. Say D-Lo says Taylor is a lefty. Don't count on T.O.'s jab being the star of the show. I feel you on that. And Big Bro, I'm sorry. Big Bro in the house. He said salute family. Big Bro in the house. He's finished. Big Bro, I see you had that first place, man. Good job. Eric R speaking to Lala D. I'm in my second job, D-Lo. I probably know by Wednesday. Okay. I'm tripping on all that. See everybody speaking to each other. They got my ass here close. I'm mad as fuck. Hey, Eric, it be like that sometimes. It be times I've been at the job. A lot of times I've been at the job. Y'all know I was doing that overnight. That shit do suck sometimes. But glad to see everybody speaking to each other. Eric say, MZ, thank you. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I try to keep my word as best I can. I try not to open my mouth and say something that I can't follow up on because I don't like to lie to people. Even when you make a mistake, it just sucks to not be able to do your thing. That clown talked his way out of a Barbosa fight. Which clown is that? T.O.?
Yeah, well, he's talking about T.O., but who cares? He's fighting a better fighter and Josh Taylor. Like that's a mute point when you're fighting the best in the division, which he's fighting right now. Arguably the best guy.
You took the words out of my mouth. He fighting Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We looking at that like that's the fight. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, I haven't heard anybody say that's not the fight. That they would prefer to see Josh fight somewhere else or fight someone else or T.O. to fight somewhere else. So far, everybody has. Once this fight was announced, everybody pretty much that I know collectively has said, yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. So we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, once again, I don't know if I said it enough, but I'm gonna be I'm riding with my boy Taylor Gang. I ain't leaving it to the judges this week. Gil Coles and Eric R is talking that talk, but it is what it is. Forrest AB might show. Let me say again. Forrest AB might show up this weekend. Any of y'all getting tricked? So you think that AB gonna trick us all? You don't think that AB gonna go out there and do what he's supposed to do? I know I have said a few times that I feel like AB might need to sit down, but since he didn't sit down and he still got his gloves on, I'm going to say that I'm hoping that his mind is right and he does what he's supposed to do and he goes out there and he gives us a show that's worthy of AB, where he lets his hands go, he shows his skills in the ring, and he gets a win. Not just any kind of win. I would love for him to get a very decisive win over this guy. And I don't want to put too much on his plate, But yeah, AB, I think AB doesn't have any room to leave it to the judges either. I think he should try to go out there and really open up a can of ass whooping on Mr. Hitchison. Did I say that right? Yeah, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Shit. I hope AB go out there and do his thing. I think I'm riding with AB as a matter of fact. Salute again to all. I'm listening, but got to stop typing for a bit, MC. No problem, D-Lo 404. You have done exactly what I needed you to do, and you brought me the scalp of dun dun dun. La D. Sorry, sis, but he went on and took care of his business, and the bounty money goes to Marlowe's Corner under the name of D-Lo 404 Boxing. Eric R. and Gil Coles, I can't give y'all bounty up yet because y'all came out with a draw. So I guess y'all got to do that dance again. That's just what it is. No shirt. La D, your shirt has been put on hold. Don't look like you're going to be able to make that shirt standing up over D-Lo because D-Lo said he better get it. You're going to have to get that somewhere else. You're going to have to get another person to play that lay down part for you. Uh-oh.
Damn. D-Lo got her?
Yeah, he got her. He got her. He took out. He took out. That boy Gil Cole said T-Lo versus Rolly next. I'm hearing that Ryan Garcia is calling out for Rolly. But we'll see how they go.
Hey, that would be funny. That'd be funny.
You think?
Get your popcorn ready. That would be hilarious. Those two. T.O. and Rolly.
Yeah,
put those
Rolly
two
gonna say some crazy
oh
stuff.
My God, that's gonna be hilarious.
He gonna be talking off the wall crazy. You gotta love the way you gotta love Rolly for that, for his mouthpiece. That boy could come out there and say some pretty outlandish stuff. But it is what it is.
They both good for the division. I mean, you got two guys who are gonna be entertaining outside of the ring, build up a fight. Regardless who you think's gonna win is gonna be entertaining no matter what.
Yeah, true. Hopefully Ryan learned the lesson, and hopefully they both learned lessons from the Tank fight. And you know, like I'm thinking of Ryan and Rolly. I should be speaking about Rolly and T.O. My bad. I kind of mixed up the players. But yeah, I can see T.O. talking that talk. His dad really, both of their dads, but mainly T.O.'s dad gonna really help talk that talk. And this should be exciting. And then Bullet with his old funny sounding ass, he gonna have some plenty to say about this too. That boy Eric R say Don King and Bob outliving each other out of spite. Don look real old, man. He does look old, but he's still doing it, and you got to give him that. I hope I get that far down the line and and keep things going and have my mental and mobility like they do. Gil Cole say AB gonna perform like Bobby Brown concert. I don't know how that is. I've never been to a Bobby Brown concert, so you know I can't see anything like that. He also said I hear me and Gil Cole fight did 1.2 million buys. So y'all. So what you saying? Y'all the cash cows of the champ Ross? I don't think so. You know, you got Trey X running around. Don't make Joseph Brown come out of retirement or the Negro Scientist, because you know, and then the extended family champ. You know, we got some champs running around, so I can't give you that much shine yet. But y'all did all right. But y'all got to draw. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the bounty stays at home until somebody gives us a definitive win. Hold up. Oh shoot. Broner better get a knockout or go sit down somewhere. This is what my brother said, Trey X. And he also said, this is important. He's saying Josh Taylor has a new coach coming into this fight. And I do remember you telling me that down the line. And I did not put that into thought making this damn pick.
Yeah, T.O. pointed that out too. He said it doesn't matter if you got a new coach, your tendencies are your tendencies. We're still going to see some of the stuff that you used to do because you're just used to that. And you having him, this camp is not going to change who we've seen from you. So that's why I said when T.O. was speaking, he was speaking a lot of facts in what he was saying, mixed in with a lot of nonsense. So when it came down to breaking down the fight and what kind of fighter Josh Taylor is and what he can exploit and what he thinks he can do, he was speaking intelligently. All the other stuff was just, just for us to be able to call him crazy and he just sounds ridiculous and all that. But it made for some entertaining watch.
Okay. Toby, bro, that said Trey X. Yeah, I noticed Josh was training in the Rotunda gym in Liverpool where Liam Smith trains. They've had a lot of fighters come out of there, but I can think of who's training Josh. I can't think of who's training Josh. I think that's what he said. Okay, so now I'm back at the bottom. I got everybody's comments. Sorry that I missed anything, but I'm gonna try to make sure I stay on top of it. Where were we? What you saying, T.O. making notice about Josh's coming into the fight with a new trainer, reverting back to some of his old ways, which is quite possible, But once again, I'm gonna say I think Josh is even if he reverts back to some of his old ways, I think he's gonna still pull it off. Oh shoot, I think he's gonna still pull it off. So once again, I'm still saying I'm riding with Josh. I'm riding with Josh. That's my Champ Ross pick right out the gate. I'm just saying it right now. Everybody know. Once again, I want to apologize to Lala D for calling her Lala Do. That's my mistake. I've been trying to mess her name up for the last couple of weeks. I don't know why, but it's just been coming out like that.
La do.
So, I didn't ask you, Joe. Do you think AB is gonna go out there and handle his business? Do you think it's possible that he can get do you think he can get a KO? Do you think he can pull that off?
AB already told you he's gonna hire this man after he finished whipping his ass. You need a good lawyer. He already told you what he plans on doing after this fight. He plans on being world champion again. He said he's hungry. He looks in shape. And him and Don King is over there trying to revitalize, Don King's stable of fighters over there. They got Rigondeaux on the card too, so that's another guy that I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks, even though he's up there in age. But after he had his accident, what kind of Rigondeaux is going to be entering the ring also. But I think this is going to be a tough fight for AB.
Yeah, because AB has told us before that he was gonna whoop somebody's ass and all this kind of stuff. I guess that's what Gil Cole is coming in saying, are we gonna let him trick us?
Nah, I'm not tricked by anything Adrian Broner says. His problem has never been, making people interested in what he's doing before a fight. It's when he actually goes in the ring. That's always been the problem, especially his last 6 or 7 performances. His mouth is what got him quite a few big fights, but his performances have been
lackluster
to the point where it's like you'd like to hear AB talk his talk, but you want to see AB back up, his talk. And this is an opponent that he's supposed to be able to go there and back up his talk. So hopefully he does that, and then we'll possibly see him with somebody more notable next go around. But that's all this is
for him to showcase.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all.
That makes Trey X's statement even that much stronger. He better get the KO or go sit down somewhere. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I was kind of sugarcoating it. Trey X put that Texas Walker stamp on it.
Hey, it is what it is. We can't be out here covering it up, sugarcoating it. It's got to be what it is. Salute to Hyphy in the house. He says JT, Josh Taylor, is being trained by Joe McNeely. He also trains Liam Smith. Yeah, we got that. We got that. Who was that? Toby Burlett let us know. But what's up, Hyphy? Glad to see you in the house. You say Texas. Oh, Texas. I was going to say Texas Walker. Thanks a lot, Joe Brown. You can put that in my mouth. Broner is fighting a scrub who hasn't fought in 15 months. Take that into consideration. Not only do he need to go out there and handle his business, but he fighting a dude right here, the man who created the amateur pedigree scale for us so we can do better picks in the Champ Ross, says that this man is a scrub who hasn't fought in 15 months. That's a hell of a layoff. That's perfect. For AB right now, I guess I would say that's perfect showcase. Go out there and show your ass, AB. Go out there and show us about billions, the dude about billions. Bring back the can man where anybody can get it. You know, turn back into the guy that so many people love. We need to see you. But, you know, I can't put a whole bunch of stock in AB. But I can say I have went out on a limb. And I think I'm riding with I picked what's the word I'm trying to say? I picked AB. I think I'm picking AB. Joe Brown, you done said a few things, you know. I'm listening to your wisdom, but tonight I think I'm not gonna let anything sway me on the picks that I have made. I won't be calling into the show later trying to change my picks. I'm not gonna get wishy-washy. I'm just ride with what I got and let it be that. You know what I'm saying? Got to
Hey,
know what I'm saying.
I'm just giving you all the dimensions, you know. That's all.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, you let me know. You laying out the road on some things that should be taken into account. And, you know, well noted, as they say. Let the record show that it has been well noted. Joe Brown has spoke some things to clear the path to help you see things a little more clearly on making the pick with AB and Mr. Hitchison. Also, as well, with Josh Taylor and T.O. You brought up some good points in that fight too. I'm still saying that I'm standing up proudly, and I'm not gonna put on no kilt, but I'll play some bag horns. Josh Taylor, come on, let's get it, baby. That's what I need. Let's go ahead and get it. I need these points. I need these points so I can make a good showing in Champ Ross. So now I keep jumping on Clarissa's. Joe, how did you see the Clarissa fight?
I did see it. I do say that Clarissa was pressing. I wish that she would trust what she sees and punch through the target. There's instances where she's still doing, you know, that shoe shining stuff. I wish she would stop doing that. I mean, she talks about how women's boxing, women would get more knockouts if the rounds were longer. Well, you would get more knockouts if you punch through the target also. And for whatever reason, she kept trying to, you know, go to the well with that overhand right. But it's like you forgot about the body. It's like the body was there to be had, and you didn't touch the body. Keep her stationary where you can land that overhand right.
It was a lot of times, like I said, I had noticed one hell of a overhand she threw when old girl was like bagging up toward the ropes. She missed it, but I did. I was like, damn, if she had connected that could have been, you know, that could have gave old girl a little headache. But I agree with you totally on punching through the targets. She with that rapid fire, which you can't be mad at the rapid fire because it's getting her the wins. I can say that. But if she slow down a half a step maybe and do what you say, punch through the targets instead of just laying the gloves on the target, she might get that so needed, so wanted knockout.
No, but she was throwing those shoe shining punches when she had her against the ropes, and it's like that's the time where you should be trying to be measuring to land one of them. I'm gonna put you out type shots.
Yeah. Trey X say Lala D picked Eduardo Bears over Jonathan Gonzalez last week like a sub-novice stew-head. Not my words. I'm just reading them. I got to read them with the Trey X type. Hey, You picked that dude, man. You know better than that. What was you thinking about? Huh? She said I was doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I told you. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait, let me go back to that. I was doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. D-Lo, you see how such disrespect. That's how she looked at you when she went up against you. She picked her picks eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Like, oh, this is just D-Lo for boxing. I'm gonna knock him out, no problem. Not trying to start nothing. I'm just saying. Eric R says, were you about to say something, bro?
Nah, I was just about to say, damn.
Yeah,
that's what we on.
Yeah, that's what we on. She just fuck it. That's D-Lo 404. I can take him out with my eyes closed. You remember she said she's gonna get a t-shirt made up by. I guess you're gonna have to pick a new victim to make that t-shirt. I ain't trying to start nothing. I'm just reading what it is. D-Lo, damn right. Taylor is the man at 140. T.O. was supposed to fight Barbosa 2 fights ago. That shit is worth mentioning. It supports my stand on him. So I care. I feel you, D-Lo. I feel you.
And it's irrelevant when you're facing the number one fighter in the division. We don't care about Barbosa. He's fighting Taylor.
Yep. Not Barbosa, but Taylor gang. Simple and plain. Say, I don't even be thinking. Wait, she said, no, I don't even be thinking about opponents. Ooh, listen. Are you listening to this? Lala just say, I don't think about whoever getting in the way, getting ran over, plain and simple. I do my thing and it don't matter what y'all feel about it. Big bro, you do that too? You be sitting around, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and picks. That ain't how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to pull out the pedigree skill and see how that person stands up against the scale and make picks like that. But if y'all eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it, then let it be. That's all I can say about it. Let it be that. So I got a chance to listen. I don't know. Did you listen to Hannah Gabriel give her reason for the hand cream? Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a hand cream. It was an aerosol, she said. It was a spray. And when you spray it, you be all in the mix of it. So that's how I got in her.
No, I'm not interested in hearing somebody excuse for why they pop dirty. I don't pay no attention to it. That stuff. I once you get caught dirty, it's nothing to me that you can say that's called unless it's a clear cut that consensus that that test was completely contaminated or tampered with. I'm not interested in hearing what that fighter got to say about it.
Wait a minute. I see something going down. Let me ride down. I can't even get everybody in. It said, if I can't get everybody in on the scouting, I will. Dun dun dun. Trey said, I heard MZ and Ernest Davis worked on their picks together. You heard that? Might have made a phone call here or there. Said, hey, bro, who you picking? What you running with? I might have bounced a few things off like that. I don't know. It's a possibility that something like that might have happened. I'm not denying it, and I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that something like that could have happened. It is what it is. They say, I'm with Joseph Brown on that. You dirty, you dirty. Well, we all know how I feel about popping dirty. If a fighter pops dirty, it's pretty much that. Unless it's some kind of proven way beyond reasonable doubt that says, hey, this really was a mistake. Because too many times people say, hey, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what's going in your body. You got to know what you're messing with. Simple and plain all the way around the table, especially in boxing when you have to take these tests. So, anybody that gets caught cheating, to me, you a cheater. How do you erase that? How do you erase being a cheater? I pose that question to everybody. You really can't. We got Moody Trayweather in the house. What's up, man? He said, what's up, y'all? I'm saying what's up right back at you. Glad to see you coming through. Glad to see the families in full force and strong here. We've been having some crazy weather last few days. It's been storming like crazy. Crazy. And this week of fights, it's going 20 fights. I'm going to have to get all that together. Adrian. Oh yeah, you said Rigondeaux fighting too. And you said, what kind of accident did Rigo have? Joe Brown, I'm sorry. What accident did he have? I'm unaware of that. Uh-oh. Hold on. Bro making me look. He said, we talked about Shield.
He kind of burned his face. I think. Yeah, he had a fire and burned his face or something like that. That was the report anyway.
What kind of fire? Fire?
I'm not sure. That's all I heard is that he got burnt. He got badly burnt.
Oh, Trey X said a pressure cooker blew up in Rigo's face. Dang. Wow. We got pressure cookers too. You make me look at that mug and say, wow. Yeah, man, well, I'm glad he's okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that happened to him. This is my first knowing that, but dang, that's crazy. Lala D had something. Oh, wait. I was about to say, we talked about Shields only, and that was because that's all bro wanted to talk about. Whoa. Don't do me like that, man, just because I like Shields. I could talk about Shields. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. I could talk about her. Everybody else be talking about her. I could say something a little bit. Lala D say, whenever I think about popping dirty, I always think a little bit about my favorite fighters popping dirty at no fault of their own, and now their reputations is garbage. So I try not to be too judgmental. I guess I'd have to pose, how do you really say a fighter pop dirty at no fault of their own? If something that shouldn't be in your body is in there. I don't know. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying that's how I feel. Armin Brown in the house. Hey, MZ, Joe, and chat. Blessings right back at you, sis. Glad you your traveling was safe and everything went well for you and you got back home safely. Always glad to know that everybody makes it back home from their day out in the world and make it back home safe. Derek Bailey in the house. He's saying what's up and salute to everybody. Napoleon Armstrong is in the house. Salute, my brother. Glad to see you in here. As always, everybody speaking to each other, and that's what's good. That's what's always good, is everybody has a good conversation and can talk to each other. And I love that.
Yeah, salute to the Amazon Queen, as Trey X would say, Miss Armin Brown. And salute to Napoleon Armstrong. Good to see you up in the chat, bro.
Always good to see Derek Bailey slide through and Napoleon Armstrong. It's just great to see everybody fall through. It warms my heart. It warms my heart. So who else was it? Jaime Mugia is fighting. Shane Mosley Jr. is fighting. I'm really gonna have my eye on those two. Well, I'm gonna try to have my eye on those two. My schedule is about to change again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all give me a second. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, it's 20 fights. 20 lined up. All Antonio Williams, Daniel Middleton, Francisco Vern, just to name a few. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for these weeks coming up. The fights are coming up. I'll be at work, but I'll be listening, like always, to Trey X calling the fight. I think I got to work overnight this Saturday. Quick side note. At the job, y'all know I've been telling y'all I've been trying to fight to take over this store. I believe it's about to happen. I believe that my GM is about to go to another store. We don't have a GM. I'm the only assistant manager there. If I work my jelly right and do what I need to do and study hard enough and make sure I pass all these tests, I could take this store, which would be great for me. Just a feather in my cap and another managing position. Got to keep moving up. Keep chasing that buck. Yeah.
Hey, man. Make that move, brother. I believe in you.
It's the people that's there with me. I got the feeling that if I get it, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna have to gut the store a little bit. Not because I dislike anybody, it's just because some of the people just they too comfortable in what they're doing, which is not what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna be looking to find some people. And you know, it's hard to be a manager when you turn into a manager with the people that you mess with on a regular as they equal. They tend to think that our friendship is strong, you know, and they can get away with stuff, and I'm not gonna have that. I can't. My name will be on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's bigger than them.
Very much so. So yeah, I had to excuse me. Whew, getting a little hot in here. So I got excuse me. The clock on me stops. Okay, I got that. I passed. I'm checking my notes to make sure I'm on I stay on point. Armin Brown said, thanks, MZ and Joe. I had a great time on my trip. Blessings at Lala D, Derek Bailey, and Gil Coles. Ernest Davis, what it do, OG, Napoleon Armstrong. So you're going to find people. Wait, hold up, Lala D. Speaking of, she said, so you're going to fire people without a warning to do better first? Well, here's the thing, sis. They work with me now. And every day that I go to work, I'm always saying that I come to work to win. Since we work in the store, there are certain things that need to be done and handled that just got to be done. And I've been saying this since I worked with these people. Before I became an assistant manager, I was saying these things. So it's not like I'm just going in there and knocking them down. They know who I am and what I stand for when I'm at work. After work, you know, do what you want to do, act however you want to. But at work, I need professionalism and people that's doing their jobs to keep things running. And if they can't understand that, then yeah, I'll fire their ass. I will fire them. And they've been warned more than once. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not a butthole. I'm just saying that, you know, we already know what the laydown is, and everybody knows what the laydown is. So why not do it? You're getting paid. Do your job. That's all I'm asking. Now, to leave that alone, who is hot in here? I've been rained out twice, sitting in the dark because my lights got knocked off. Crazy ass storms down here. I've been talking about I wanted a biblical storm to show up, and it started lightning so hard and raining. I literally got nervous, y'all, for real, because I had to drive home in it, and lightning was flashing and coming down, touching the ground. Blew out a couple of transformers on my drive home. You know how you see that lightning come out the sky and hit the ground, and you quickly in your mind say, what the hell am I doing out here? That was me. That was me. So, damn, why my list keep disappearing? Because I want to. So, Joe, how you feel about Shane Mosley Jr.? Is he a fighter that you feel like you enjoy? Do you feel like he's getting better?
He's not fighting. He hasn't fighting. He's got to step up in competition for you to see how he's really progressing. The way they're moving him, he's fighting decent fighters, but he hasn't fought no big name fighter or any fighter that's going to give you an indication. Okay, yeah, he's ready for the upper echelon of fighters in that weight class. So that's the next step for him. I mean, I like how they're moving him, but he has to continue to take progression up in order for you to be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is time for him to step his competition up. One thing that kind of rings with me about him, though, Brother Nassim, the trainer, the guy that passed away, I remember him saying one time, Shane has to stop being so emotional or something like that, because he was doing some crying on that show, you know, talking about how dope it was. I can feel the excitement of what he's saying, you know, you'd be so happy that you can't hold back tears or what have you. But that's always stuck with me, that he said that. We'll see, you know, he got, you know, it's about time to start seeing him fight some people that you would say, okay, now he's moving up. Now he's, you know, now we'll get to see what he's made of. You know, I think it's about that time to make that step up. That show has been over, that boxing show that they were in, been over a couple of years now. About, what, I want to say at least 5 or 6, probably longer than that. I can't even remember the name of the show. Say, Did I miss anybody? Sure. Gary Baby say fire him, MZ.
The show's called The Contender.
Oh yeah, The Contender. Okay, Lala D said everyone is different. I guess. Do your thing. Well, sis, you know, how can I put it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just do my thing. I'm gonna have to do what's best for the store. That's the only thing I can see business wise. What's best for the store? I got a cook. Check this out. I got a cook that comes in at 7 o'clock. Her schedule says 7 o'clock, which I don't know why. She's always late. She gets there 7:30, 8 o'clock. Breakfast starts at 5. You've been used to working 7 to 7:30, or coming in at 7 or 7:30, getting off at 3:30. Breakfast starts at 5. So by the time you get there, someone else has had to cover for you and cook breakfast and get that started. When you get there, the only thing you have to do is shut down breakfast, start lunch, and leave. How is that fair to anybody else? It's not. So yeah, one thing I'm gonna talk to her and ask her about her schedule, because she's like, oh, well, I got a son. This dude is 13. At 13, you know what a keychain kid is? Your mama put the key around your neck, told you get out of school, you take your butt in the house and don't open my door. Why her son can't do that? You knew you had that son when you got that job. When you told people you could work certain hours, you knew that. And then after you get the job, all of a sudden it becomes a problem. Anyway, whatever it is, it is. Napoleon Armstrong, go ahead, Joe.
I mean, yeah, you got to do what's best for the store, and you know, people's personal problems and stuff like that. That's their personal problems. At the end of the day, this is a business. You're here to make money, and you got to be professional. People will they'll do things and think they can get away with it as long as you allow them to. But if everybody else has to be there at a set schedule, then you should be able to have to be there at a set schedule also. Otherwise, that looks like you're favoring one person over everybody else, and nobody respects that. So, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm glad I ain't no knucklehead or being a douchebag. So, you know, I got somebody that understands. Few people understand that it is what it is. Lala D say, I'm back. My phone died. I feel you. Say, I'm doing good. Okay, say, I can't complain, just trying to make the next day better than the previous one. That's the way everybody should live, Napoleon Armstrong. I get up every day, and one of the things that I pray is that I do at least one less sin today than I did yesterday. I know that's not a lot, but hey, almost every move you make is a mess up. So, you know, I'm trying. That boy, Eric R said, man, I was a keychain kid at 8. Yeah, so you feel you know what I'm talking about. Oh, please, that store ain't going nowhere. People come first. Nothing wrong with giving someone a chance. Well, you missed a lot of the stories that I've been telling about these people that I work with. It's not that they don't get a chance or getting a chance. Imagine
they be getting a million chances. They multiple chances. Like they go overboard with the chances. This ain't no once in a while type stuff.
Yeah, I ain't just lighting into them. I'm okay. I'm gonna tell you what. I will not go into this job and just swing the hatchet like some crazy man. Let me restate. I'm going to give them what they need. I'm going to let them know what it is that I want and what I expect from them. Because one, I don't ask nobody to do nothing I won't do. I'll clean the bathroom. I'll take out the trash. I'll do whatever I need to do with the job. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it and you ain't going to do it, then you got to move around. And Brown put some music notes up. Y'all have a good night, MZ. I'll let y'all enjoy the rest of your stream. Pray before you lay. Appreciate that, sis. Always and will do. Dear baby said she did, MZ. Let me see. What did I miss? I said something about something to make her say she did, MZ. What is that? And she did, MZ, for Derek, baby. I'm sorry. I'm kind of a little thrown off here. Joseph Brown, have you, my fellow Earl Spence fan, because, you know, I did come in first place in Champ Ross. I can bring this up a little bit. Is your needle moving any better now that the fight is made and we're getting close and they starting to talk? Or is your needle still on E?
I told you once I see them in the ring, I know the fight's been signed. I know the fight's been announced. I know there's a date. I know there's a venue. I know I can go on any betting site and bet on the fight. I know that I know that there's a gazillion boxing channels talking about it every single day. Like there's no other fights out there that's coming up or even, proceeding it. But for me, it'll get as much attention as it needs from me a week before the fight.
A week before? Okay, I got you. So the needle still haven't moved yet. You won't start talking the noise until it all goes down. Oh yeah, she missed the storage jig, baby. You right. I got you. I see what you're saying now. Other than that, it's been man. I'm on a high right now. Actually, I said I was gonna be chill, but I'm on a high. I kicked butt. I kicked ass. I came in first place on Champ Ross. First place, dog. Not in my wildest dreams did I think that move was finna be made like that shit. But fuck that. I came in first place.
Hey, talk your ish, OG.
Man, I came in first place, and you know what? Nobody can't do nothing about it. It's there. If that don't move my needle from 0.5, I don't know what will. But I do know if I check the little rankings that they sent, I think I'm ahead of Lala D. She's still in my review. I had fell behind and I came back and jumped back in front. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I kicked ass from the bottom part of their bodies to up on their shoulders. How about that?
Hey, Lala D had made a promise. She said she's gonna dedicate her victory this week to your boy. So we gonna see, Lala D. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Oh, wait a minute. It's some behind the scenes talk going on. She done promised somebody. She done promised to win.
Yeah, she done promised a win, man. I'm gonna hold you to it, Lala. I'm gonna hold you to it, Lala.
She said, "MZ, congratulations." I appreciate that, sis. And she said, "Joseph Brown, definitely." Let me, Mr. Wizard, if you listening, who is Lala D facing this week? Because I need to know who she promising to just whoop like that. I'm like a proud papa looking at one of my leftovers thrive. Respect. Wait a minute. Shots fired. Really? That's what you just said, Eric R? Leftover? I ain't nobody's leftover. I'll give you a bellyache. You try to come back to me. I'm on a whole new plane now. I told you, I'm running upfield going into the playoffs. I've been listening to my coach. We've been training. Everything is going just like I needed to. Oh, she going against Eric. Wait, is that right? D-Lo 404 say, Lala, who you going against? Lala D talks trash and forgets she has a matchup. That's crazy. Maybe it's because of that first time me and her went against each other and I beat her. Maybe she kind of stuck on that a little bit, trying to shake that off, because MZ was down in the last bottom of the pile. Everybody was throwing matches and shit on me.
I'm gonna say this, Lala gonna bounce back, bro. You gonna see the thunder return to glory.
Huh. We'll see. Cause right now, let me not throw too many things in there. All I can say is Block family doing their thing. That's that. Damn, Lala D, I bet your dental hygienist loves you. That's from D-Lo 404 Boxing. I guess he say that you just getting beat up. I don't know. I don't know how to take that no other way except you getting beat up. It is what it is. MZ, I can't lie. I wish I knew I was the last. Very funny, sis. MZ, I can't lie. I wish I knew what last place felt like. Well, I can tell you this. I don't even know what last place felt like. I've never been in last place. Aha, gotcha. MZ has never been in last place on Champ Ross. I've been hovering. I hovered over last place, but I didn't quite hit rock bottom. So I don't know what that feels like at all. My boy Dig Bailey say, damn, La D. That's how you trying to do MZ? Nah, I ain't worried about it. I threw that last part in there, but I still ain't worried about it. I don't know what last place is. Ain't never felt it. Baby, I know you just playing. That's what we do. We have fun here. And that's why I'm looking in the rearview mirror right now. And is that La D? I said, yep, sure is. Whoa. Wait a minute. It said you was tied for last place this season, OG. Was I? I was in last place this season? Hey, that was so long ago. Well, listening to my coach, eating my Wheaties, doing my exercises, getting shock therapy on my bad arm, trying to get things back right, seem to be paying off. Having my one-on-ones with the Wizard. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
That's why they call it a marathon and not a sprint.
There it is. Good comeback for me, Joe. That's why it's a marathon and not a sprint. Got a lot of weeks in the season. And right now, I'm kind of in the middle of the pack. I'm feeling good about myself. I have showed up like I said I would previous seasons. I have moved up. I have gotten better each season. So, hey, only thing can happen is things look up. This week I'm hoping it should be another good week, but we'll see. Other than that, I got a strong corner, great gym. What else can a player ask for? Not much. Big bro say that was me. That was you, bro? Yeah. I know I started off close to last I didn't know I was in last place this season. Like I said, so far ago. That was way back yonder, as D-Lo would say, way back yonder. And now I'm here. What place am I again? Let me look and see in the list that the Wizards sent out. Cause yeah, I just got to see it in black and white one quick time, just so I could say right here. Triggs is he came in 11. See, that's what I'm talking about. He's steady moving up. I'm in 18th place. I'm over D-Lo. D-Lo in 20. La D is in 23rd. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. At least we all in the 20s. Well, I'm not. I'm in the teens. It feels good to be a teenager again. Oh, he said I'm in for last week, not overall. Okay, bro, I got you on that one. Eric R. So you say I'm a 1.5 now, right? No, nope. I'm still a 0.5. From my understanding is I have to handle my business through the whole season in order to get my rankings moved. Zone 6 almost fell off the damn page. Zone 36, my bad. That dude is a ghost now. We don't even have to waste our breath on him no more. The Wizards had already wiped him and proven that without the bonuses, that dude is sub-novice.
I said it after the first week. I said he's a one-hit wonder.
You did say that when he came in here he's talking all that hokey dokey. But we ain't gonna worry about that. We gonna celebrate the good things that happen and everything of such nature. 36. That's right, D-Lo. He in 30. Is it 36? Let me look at my list. I can tell y'all exactly where he is. I got it pulled up. Where is ass at? Punk ass. Can't stand that. I don't even see him. That's how. Oh, no, he at 39. 39, not 36. He at 39th right now on the list I'm looking at. Jesse Aguilar in the house. What's going on, player? He say zone 36, laughing out loud. Is Joe, you got any of the fights on the well, I can't say on the list because you're not in Champ Ross, but is there any fights that you're looking forward to seeing other than AB, TO, Enrico?
Nah, not really, man. Those are the fights that well, actually,
What about
Tio.
Jaime Munguia? You don't want to see him?
I'm not interested in Jaime Munguia. He's not fighting the level of opposition that he should be fighting. He's just padding his record at this point. I'm not. I mean, that fight is an interesting fight. If my guy actually shows up, I think that's going to be a tough fight for him if he shows up. Um, but not really. I actually would pick an upset. I would pick an upset if I could actually see how old boy's been training, and I have yet to hear an interview he's done about this fight.
You think he
So
could be a dog horse?
I think he can win this fight. He's definitely the most skilled guy he has gotten in the ring. But the problem is, his age, and we don't really know what he has left in the tank. But skill wise, this could be one of those spots where Golden Boy they
made a mistake.
They made a mistake in thinking this guy is over the hill, and he goes in there and he works Jaime Munguia.
Ooh.
Because it wasn't that long ago he was in there with Golovkin, and a lot of people felt like he won that Golovkin fight, which I felt like he won that fight too. So
okay,
we'll have to see. I mean, when it gets closer to the weigh-in, if I see the weigh-in and see how he looks, that's gonna let me know a lot about whether or not he's gonna be, able to pull it off. But he definitely has the skill set to pull it off.
Okay, I feel you with that. I'm looking at I'm looking at that. We'll see how that works out. Jesse Aguilar. Oh wait, Trey X. That's probably the worst verbal fade I've seen you do to a nigga. Got zone 6 looking like Michael Grant. Don't do it like that, champ. Salute to everyone in the champ Ross. Congratulations on top score, MZ. Thanks, Jesse Aguilar. I really appreciate that. It feels good to be able to sit at the table with all the top dogs at least for a meal. We'll see how I go after that. Everybody speaking. Dilo44 says Derevyanchenko said he isn't leaving it to the judge's hands. I said that wrong. Derevyanchenko said he isn't leaving it in the judge's hands. That's how that should have been said. Well, he gonna have to go out. Go ahead, Joe. I was just gonna say he's gonna have to go out there and do just that. Go out there and take the fight. Earn a knockout. Not what I'm looking for him to do, but okay.
He's capable of hurting, especially to the body. If anybody watched him in that Triple G fight, that's where he was hurting Triple G. He was hurting Triple G to the body. And if it wasn't for the referee inadvertently stepping in and breaking the action, we might have seen him get Triple G out of there in that fight. But yeah, he's definitely capable of playing spoiler alert on Jaime Munguia. It's about time someone beats Jaime Munguia anyway. I mean, this guy is the king of rejecting title shots. I mean, at this point, it's like, what is he really doing with his career?
Turning down fights. That part. Napoleon Armstrong said, "What's up with Jose Vargas? What do you? Is something going on with him?" D'Lo says, "Age and ring wear concern me as well, but Jaime is still good, but it's still not on the level." Oh shit!
That is a fact. That is a major fact.
Dang. I mean, everybody going against old Jaime. Eric R. Got to be built for it, bro. Not everyone can deal with that pressure. That's right. You can't, you get to the top, talk that talk, then get knocked down one week, then get knocked down another week, then get knocked down another week. Since that man opened his mouth, he's been falling down the ladder fast. Like he got an anvil tied to his ankles. And that's just what it is. Is Jose Vargas the one who is rumored to have embraced the rainbow? Wait, what? That's so. Are we saying that a boxer has come out and is that what this means, D-Lo? Help me understand. Yes, D-Lo. He says that don't mean he down with the LMNOP crew. Okay. I nothing to say about that. If he gay and he could fight, I guess he gay and he could fight. We know a lot of gay people that could fight.
Yeah, that's a non-story. I can care less.
Yeah, if he throwing punches.
I don't care about this guy. I don't care about this guy's sexual orientation. Once he gets in the ring,
that's what counts.
When the fight is up to the guy across the ring from him to make sure that he wins and he fights himself.
Or when the fight is over, you know how that back room talk gonna go. Got your ass whooped. Shut up. Before I call that man over here. let him put those powder puffs on you. Yeah, Eric R. Anvil. That's how fast that boy going. He falling down, down, down. What's that song? I'm going down. Yeah, he doing that. Mary J. Blige type drag down. Everybody keep kicking his ass. That's all I can say. Everybody, I don't care what place you in, try to pass his ass up and leave him in the dirt wallowing. So my boy said he ain't really feeling Jaime Munguia. Say he can take a chance, he can stand a chance to lose. Well, we're gonna see how it all breaks down in just a few days.
Yeah, this is one of the best opponents that he's faced to date. The problem is that, well, the thing is they think that Serbianchenko is over the hill. So hopefully that works out that way. They think it is, but
he might didn't get the memo.
Yeah, he didn't. He might not have got the memo, or he ain't playing ball at all.
Okay. My boy D-Lo says, I'm asking. Be careful what you say about that subject, MZ. I don't really care. I was just asking Napoleon if that was Vargas. Okay, I got you. Uh-oh. Slick Rick in the house. He say, big dog. Treg say, Munguia ain't losing on the zone. And Napoleon says, facts. First time in the live show in some love. My good brother. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. First time in the live show in some love. My good brother. Well, we appreciate that, man. Glad you stopped through. If your first time, welcome. Hopefully you come back and kick it with us some more. We just sit over here, talk boxing, have fun, and enjoy each other's company. So I appreciate you stopping through.
Hints at Sergey Delianchenko. Hints on why he's saying he's going to win by knockout. So he knows it ain't happening on his own cards.
Well, then he got to go out there and get it. He got to go out there and say, I'm going to drop a sub for sure. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, Munguia, Munguia would have to be thoroughly dominant, but then again, as long as he can stand at the end of the fight, he likely gets his hands raised. The zone and GBP need wins. Well, if it goes down like that, it's good for me. Munguia gonna have to be KO'd. Well, shit, that seems like the census right now. That seems like the census. The Wizard said that Munguia ain't losing on the zone, and then it just started flooding in. Everybody seems to agree with that. Glad to see that coming through because I picked him. Yeah, he knows he beat up. He beats the brakes off of GGG and got jobbed. Well, if he beat the brakes off of Triple G and he lost, then he gonna have to go out there and beat the brakes off of Munguia and stop him, or at least put him down twice to make sure that victory comes too. And that's not even a for sure thing. We've seen people get knocked down and get judged with a 10-10 round. So, anything's possible in boxing these days, for sure. To my, I know Trey X. Trey X, don't listen. I guess ain't nobody in here but me a smoker when it comes to the bud. So I guess it's just me. Follow the money, Trey X. Okay, this would be one of those times. The zone ain't actually. Wait, let me get right here. The zone ain't exactly been providing diplomatic immunity to top fighters. Eddie ain't a stranger to effing up the church's money.
Well, I would say this to that. Most of the time when you see the zone fighters that Eddie Hearn's been promoting lose, they're either getting knocked out or they're getting thoroughly outclassed to where you can't cheat. And in Eddie Hearn's case, a lot of times this fighter's been getting knocked out.
Yeah, ain't no way the judges can save you on that. They say, Trey X said, I think Derevyanchenko is a true 154 pounder. What say you guys to that? So he should be down there with Iron Man. Wait, is that right? Or is Jamil? Is Jamil a hitman? Jamil is hitman, right? And when is his fight coming up? So sick of hearing about that. And it's like, that's the fight that I'm really waiting for. Well, of course, I'm waiting for Earl and Terrence, but that's the fight. Yeah, but those guys getting KO'd. Yeah, that's what he just said. Slick Rick, Derevyanchenko. So, Gil Cole, I take it you going with Derevyanchenko? I don't know. I already put my picks in, so you ain't got no worry about that. It's all going gravy. Okay, we done lost Jay Brown, and it's all on me. And I'm enjoying tonight. We done talked about Clarissa Shields, who that's my girl. I enjoyed her fight, seeing everything. I didn't get anybody to give me no feedback on damn, I can't even think of the man's name. Hold on. Let me get my list so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Luca with his how you just pop back in like that? How you do that, man? Wait, I have seen a fight where a guy got KO and got the draw. Wow, well, that's saying a lot. Joseph Brown having some problems with his internet. Good fight, hard blows, all quitting 10th round. Yeah, I spoke on shoot. We done went through the fights that we want to talk about. I guess we got an open table. Anything anybody want to throw out that we want to battle on, wrestle with, talk about?
Yeah, sorry. That always happens when I get home.
To the house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. That's you on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go in the house, your phone switching over from its own internet back to the house internet. That's why it does that. I noticed that when I leave my house, when I get like down the block right before I turn on the stop sign, my phone always switches over. Chicago's Grandiose is fighting June 24th versus a guy named Velez. Hypothetically, do Shane Mosley Jr. got action versus Mugia? Shane Mosley? I guess that would be a great step-up fight for him.
That could be the next matchup if they win.
If both of them win? I don't know. That would be something I would have to really sit down and dig into, Shane Mosley. But I'm listening to you guys saying Mugia really don't have the goods like that, And Mosley, I don't really see big grit dog in him either, though. He is not. He is his father's son, but he is not his father's son in the ring like that. They both beat King Gabe. Maul is Hitman. Okay, thanks, Lala D. So Mill is Iron Man. and Jamal's supposed to be coming back pretty soon too. I've been seeing. What's the guy's name? Morrell. I was watching some footage of him training. Man, that dude there, he seems to have a good work ethic. He seems to really be gobbling up what he needs to gobble up and learning. I could see him being a major player once they give him a chance to go ahead and fight for a belt. Hold up. D-Lo says Shane fights like Clarissa. Well, see, with D-Lo, I don't know. Is that a compliment or a shot? Because you can't say that, I don't know how to take that. Elaborate. I was saying both Shane Jr. and Jaime recently beat King Gabe. I know that's what you were saying. They both, but they got fights up ahead of them now that they got to win. And then that opportunity of them facing each other is more realistic because they both got. We need to see Shane step up, and they'll both have wins up under their belt. Yeah, I agree with Joseph Brown. That could be a great matchup next. I wasn't kidding. I know you okay if you you wasn't kidding. So you really think he fight like Clarissa? Dang, that's hard, D-Lo. That's hard. That's real hard. Because as good as Clarissa is, I don't see Clarissa beating the man. And if you just cold blooded. You just mean for no reason. Mean for no reason. I got me some Treehouse. I don't know what the heck that is. I took my wife out today on a little date because she likes the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I took her to see that. It was great to see her enjoy herself. It's always great to see her enjoy herself and be happy. He headhunts. He doesn't always let the fight come to him. He presses too much. I don't mean skill-wise. Okay, I see what you're saying. You think he needs to work the body a lot more and box instead of pressing so much. Start letting things come to him and work in the ring. But that's why I said, he's his father's son, but not in the ring. That type thing. And like I said, Brother Nassim, before he passed, I remember him speaking about Shane emotion being too emotional. He literally said that on that show because Shane was crying about that's dope. That would be dope. Sit up there crying like I don't know. I can't just cry for nothing. I don't really. Okay, I'm lying. I cried with my nephew and his wife. My when he got married, I cried that day. I dropped a few tears. I didn't woo and stuff like that, but the happiness that they felt. Yeah, that was the first time that I can say I was so happy. That tears came out of my eyes. All my children, I was happy, but I didn't cry about that. It was a whole different type of thing. I don't know. There seems to be a whole lot going on with Shane Jr. in the ring. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. I like him. He's a decent boxer, but skill-wise, I think he got to get a lot better in order for him to step up to the higher echelon with the other boy, with Mel and with Jamil and Castano and all those guys. He gonna have to come a lot harder than what he does right now. My opinion. Okay, sis, I feel you. She'll be right back. Lala D, the only person I know that announces that she's leaving and coming back. But that's sis. That's just how she works and operates. Is anybody gonna try to go to the fight? And I'm speaking about Spence and Crawford. I ain't gonna lie, when they messed up so much, I had stopped saving money for the fight to go to that fight because I was planning on using my betting wins, but they messed up so bad to shit. You know it is what it is. 160. I think Shane Jr. is at 160, maybe 168. I thought he was. Wait, what's his name? Was they fighting at 154? Oh yeah, they was. That show was 160, huh? I'm gonna have to go back and look at it because I don't want to lie. Matter of fact,
I mean, MZ, if you want to talk about,
okay.
the Spence fight, yeah, you can go ahead. I mean, as far as
No. I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to wait to see when is it gonna be the best time to unleash, unleash the bravado and all of the noise talk against the other fans. You know what I'm saying? Throw rocks at La D and D-Lo and DeCane. I'm just trying to figure out when it's gonna be the best time. He was robbed against Jason Quickly, in my opinion. Okay, 6-1. Excuse me. I'm trying to check. Nah, D-Lo. I'm trying to check now to see. Come on, excuse me. But you know what? If it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, I know Trey X made some great points. he let me know what's been going on. Excuse me. Where's my whistle?
I mean, I might try to go. It's my birthday week, so I
When is
might
your
go
birthday,
to 25th of July. So it's actually on the same day as NUA versus Fulton.
25th.
That's a
Steven
so it's
Fulton?
it's the same day as NUA versus Fulton.
Wow. And we was talking about dang. So you might go to the Spence Crawford fight.
I might go to Vegas, but you know how those tickets are. I might just be in Vegas just to be in Vegas. And nothing to do with Spencer versus Crawford.
Get you a little gambling in.
Yeah, I might do a little something.
Okay. See, what flaws does Bud have that EJ can exploit? Is that's what you asking, Eric R? Yeah, I'm okay. What flaws does he have? If I had to say looking for flaws, I can't really say too many for Terrence Crawford. If I can really look and say I consider this a flaw, the dude is kind of technical, more athletic. You know, he switches and everything like that. You know, but on the same question, you could ask that. You know, what flaws does Spence have? You know, they both pretty decently defensively sound. I think Spence might be a little more defensively sound than Crawford. This is my opinion. I'm not taking anything from Crawford. This is just what I see. I know a lot of people say that Spence is slow of foot, which I don't see that. Yeah, I know you can go back to when I was speaking about when he was going to fight Sean Porter. I mentioned the fact the ballerina versus the breakdancer. Speaking that Spence was more the ballerina type dude, a ball dancer when it comes to moving their feet. He might don't move and be flashy with it, but it's the subtle things that he do. He pivots, he turns. I watched him pivot in more fights than one. He did a lot of pivoting and turning with Sean Porter. They both did, actually. He did it against Danny Garcia. He actually pivoted on side of Garcia and tried to drop a couple of uppercuts on Garcia from the side with his arm around Garcia. They were kind of like standing side to side. I don't know what you would call it, but I've seen him do that a few times. I think when it comes down to it, as a fan looking at the fight, I'm expecting a good, hard fight. I know Spence said he's going to step straight away towards Crawford. I don't know if Crawford is going to do the same. Is Crawford going to try to use real estate and start off boxing? I don't know. But I feel like when it comes all down to it, you know, we know Spence is the bigger man, but I think Spence technicalities, his defense, you know, he's been hurt against that little African little dude, and people feel like he got his bell rocked against who was that? He was going. No, that was the little African dude that rocked him at the coming up on the ropes. It was somebody else.
Alarte, but the thing is, Spence didn't take a knee like Kaepernick against Greenbergs.
Right. Well, and even though it's still hard to say, you know, people don't believe that Crawford could be put down or Spence, because I'm hearing a lot of folks thinking, oh, Crawford gonna knock Spence out. I can honestly say they both so good. I really hadn't really given a knockout thought to it, but they both talking about it. I know Spence saying that he gonna stop Crawford. I think Crawford may have said that. I'm not for sure. I had to look forward to see. I don't want to lie on the man.
Well, I mean, it's conducive for it to happen when Southpaw versus Southpaw. So,
what Trey X say, that's an open guard.
Yep,
it's an open guard, and looking at that, I would have to say, since it's an open guard, you know, I know Spence uses his jab a heck of a lot. I was listening to them talk, listening to some old footage and stuff like that. They were saying that Spence is the most accurate, the most busiest welterweight out of all of them. Number one in body shots, number one in punches thrown, you know, all this kind of stuff, which, you know, could mean a lot, could mean something, couldn't mean anything. But I'm riding all the way with Spence. I think the left-hander, they both gonna fight left-handed, I'm pretty sure, unless Crawford's gonna be brave and say, I'm gonna fight this man right-handed. I don't really see that. I do have a question. It was, dang, who was it? It was do you think this is not on Spence and Crawford, this is just going out there. Do you think Kambosos is better than Josh Taylor on any way?
No, that's who wants to know that question.
No, it was one running through my mind because of some stuff that went on with Tio when he fought Kambosos and lost, and you know, like you said, he showed grit and stuff like that. But I'm like, Josh Kambosos is a mean, gritty dude, but Josh is a mean, gritty dude to me. I know I just jumped, I pivoted from one fight to another, but that was just stuck on me.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, he usually punks guys. He even punked Regis to a degree with their face-to-face, which I was surprised that Rougarou allow that to happen, because he's usually a fiery type guy. We've seen Taylor do the same thing to Ramirez. He went up to him. It was all in Ramirez's faces. He was trying to get to the elevator, you know. So Taylor definitely has that in him. He has that mean streak. He has that dog. He has that mentality that you want. And he's willing to mix it up in and outside the ring. He just has that temperament. But what I will say about T.O., a lot of personal issues. As you can see, he's divorced now. Talked about it. He was honest. And like I said, I saw a guy in the interview who looks comfortable, confident, and he looked like he's having fun. It's not an act as far as, you know, looking at him, you could tell he's been through some stuff, but at the same time, he's kind of got his bearings back. And so that's why I give him a shot in this fight.
Okay.
And we all seen how athletic Rougarou was, and Rougarou is a shorter fighter, but on the outside, Rougarou was having success against Josh Taylor. So an athletic guy in his prime like Tio it's not out of the realm of possibilities for me to think that he can't be successful on the outside against Taylor also with his athleticism.
I got you. I just had to pivot to that because it was a question that I wanted to ask and I had forgot earlier. Back to Eric R. He says, ask because I hear more people bringing up EJ at the mouthpiece mishap, but I don't really hear anyone talking about mistakes Bud made. Well, I can see why people would speak on the mouthpiece situation and everything like that. They said, you know, they were saying it was a mental miscue. He was lax in concentration. But then when you hear him speak about what was going on with the mouthpiece, it's not a mistake. You know, the dude spoke on the fact that he didn't have the right kind of mouthpiece, and he spoke about going to the dentist and certain things like that. Thought his teeth got knocked out. Thought he was picking his and I had to pick his teeth up. He thought his teeth got knocked out fighting against Ugas. It's an embarrassing
Honestly,
thing.
I-
Go ahead.
honestly, I think I think a lot of Bud fans need to shut up about this because it ain't no shame for him getting his mouthpiece knocked out and almost getting dropped against a Ugas who was champion compared to a Kavalaskis who made your boy take a standing 8 count or take a knee and in protest like Kaepernick. So I think that's a battle they need to just leave that one alone because that ain't a winning. It's not a winning battle for him.
Right, right. Well, seeing that he did come out and speak on the fact of it, it gives a little difference of looking at that. D'Lo said, "Man, both these guys are capable of being stopped. No doubt. I have no doubt that they both are capable of being stopped. The question is, who is the capable person to do it?" Eric R. Spence said he got a whole new grill now. And if that's the case, then we don't have to worry about the mouthpiece getting knocked off. See, I'm not sure how much Southpaw versus Southpaw we'll see. You think Crawford go more damn it, orthodox? Let's see. You think he I think
I'll
that'd be a
talk.
mistake.
I'll talk about that leading up to the fight, but if 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 Crawford fans see him being orthodox as an asset to him in this fight, they really need to reevaluate what they're watching in boxing.
Yeah. I think that would be a grave mistake for him to go out there and fight orthodox. One, how could you even, how could you think he would fight the whole fight orthodox when it's damn near in his DNA to automatically switch? That's what he does. You know what I mean? That like you say, you might change some things, but you revert back to certain things. I think he's gonna fight left-handed. I think it's gonna be a left-handed, like Trey said, an open guard fight, and we should see some fireworks. We should see something happen. Some lanes will be open. D'Lo also speaking on say Taylor and Kambosos are both gritty, but fight very differently. Yeah, I understand that. I don't see Kambosos beating Josh Taylor. Well, I couldn't imagine him beating Josh Taylor. But I'm hoping Josh Taylor shows up revigorated, reinsert himself, and go ahead and do what he got to do. Whatever T.O. is able to pull off, if he pulls it off, hey, kudos to him. But I'm looking for Josh to take the win. My boy Eric Arce, I hope so. There are plenty of folks all over the internet talking about mistakes Bud makes damn near 24/7 rotation. Well, honestly, I ain't been following these cats to hear what they're going to say about Spence or Crawford because listening to the fans of both sides, they both be saying some crazy stuff. And I'm not looking at the fight like that. I'm actually looking at it as skill for skill. And I don't really see a big give to either fighter. Is Crawford faster than Spence? I don't know. They both seem pretty fast. Does Crawford use more real estate in the ring than Spence? Well, for the most part, when he was in since he's been at 147, he hasn't really used that much real estate. He's pretty much, subtle steps left and right, back and forth. He's not he's not an on the toes fighter like people kind of describe him like Ali or something like that. That's not what he is. When it comes down to it, it's going to be who's, which this part right here kills me. People say, oh, Spence too basic. Basic is fundamental. That's the first thing your coach tells you on the basketball court. Quit trying to be all, quit trying to show out and do the fundamentals, because the fundamentals is what work. You build off the fundamentals. And to call a man basic is really not an insult. It's more of God dang, I am really losing my vocabulary. It's a compliment. So when it comes down to that, I think those fans, the Bud fans, are wrong by saying, "Oh, Spence is too basic. He got basic footwork, this and that." That's some technical stuff. That's the basics. That's what you're supposed to have.
That's how you know that. That's how you know they're a fan and not actual appreciate the technical aspect or understand the technical aspect. They'll say, "Oh, Terrence Crawford is more technical and all that stuff," but they can't never break it down. His technical abilities in the ring, and they want to shit on Spencer's fundamentals as not being part of being technical or having being technically sound. You know, fighters who focus mostly on the fundamentals, those are the fighters who have longevity of the sport because they're always doing the correct things. And regardless, they're going to take less punishment. They're always going to be in fights, and they're always going to be a tough out for anybody that they face. They're not relying on their God-given abilities to get them through. Like a lot of people who watch guys like Terrence Crawford, they focus more on his athleticism, his athletic ability, his gifts athletically that he has, which he does have over Errol Spence. But that's not going to last longevity-wise when some of those things that you use to get you out of trouble athletically, if you're not doing it technically, that's where you get in trouble later on in your career as those gifts start to erode.
Right. And, you know, I can speak to that as far as like in basketball. If you got your technical skills down over the athleticism, if you notice the guys that are technical with it in basketball, they seem to last long. They seem to hold spots on teams longer than that dude that was athletic, and that's what was getting them through. You know what I'm saying? When you fail to be able to jump out the gym anymore, can you still get to the rim, get a layup, stuff like that? The basics, the up fakes, all those type things that most people overlook. You know what I'm saying? With boxing, the basics, getting your hands up after you throw punches, protecting yourself when you're throwing a punch, taking that little half step back to counter, twist, turning to roll with the punch. All those things count. And I can honestly say, watching Errol Spence fight, I've seen him use those things in different fights. I've seen people up close on him where they be saying, "Oh, he be getting hit on the inside and this and that." But when you really look at it, the dude be putting his hand in the way and no punches get blocked. He rolls with stuff. It's a lot going on in that ring that you get to notice that Spence does that that people are overlooking. And I, for one, am not overlooking that. I keep saying, you know, as long as I got wind to say it, the Shawn Porter Errol Spence fight was, to me, one of Earl's best showings, but people miss it because they look at it and say, "Oh, Shawn was doing this and doing that." But when you really look at it, Earl was capable at making Shawn miss on inside exchanges while they were standing close right there with each other. He was causing this man to miss. And I don't think that's something to sneeze at or easy to do. I'm looking for this to be what a high level chess match, but at some point the engagement is going to get serious and rough. I can see Spence, as you know how people say, you haven't seen the best Terrence Crawford. You haven't seen the best Spence. I know Spence has, you know, it's been a while since he's fought. His time, and it should be a little more off than Crawford, because Crawford just had a fight, we could say pretty recent, because it was in December. He just had a fight, but I'm looking for, like you guys say, the attitudes, the dog in the man this time. How much dog is in these guys? Is Spence really capable of putting a jab in Crawford's face, keep working that jab, and able to get to the body? Crawford's already said, "Don't try that body shit," you know, when they met face to face. But now this is time. You know, Crawford is a good counterpuncher. Crawford does have dog in him. Will somebody get rocked? That's the question. Like D-Lo say, they are both capable of stopping each other. This is true. Is somebody going to be able to, is Crawford going to be able to penetrate Spence's defense? You know, everybody makes mistakes, even the most technical dudes. Sometimes Spence does get his hands up late. He does get caught with some things. I've seen him get caught with an uppercut a few times. I've seen him get caught with some hooks a few times. There's some punches that he gets caught with, but that's not to say that Crawford doesn't get caught the same way. And one of the biggest things I'm hearing people say is, when Ugas hit Spence like that, knocked his mouthpiece off and then stuck him. Imagine if that was Crawford. Crawford gonna put him to sleep. Well, I don't know, because if he's on defense and it's the punches that you don't see that hurt you, isn't that the consensus? Well, didn't Ugas catch Earl while Earl was literally off guard, not tense to anything? He was right for being knocked out and he didn't go to sleep. So a dude that's sitting there going at it with you and he's preparing himself and setting up, I don't just see that kind of punch doing that to him.
Well, Bud is one of the best counter punchers in welterweight division. If you reach, he will teach, and we've seen that, especially when he fought against Lundy. When Lundy was reaching, Bud made him pay. So there's some things that Earl definitely can't do in the Ugas fight that will be to his detriment, especially when he was overreaching, trying to get himself out of position. When he was overreaching, trying to land, and he was out of range doing it. So, but
I thought he threw some of those body punches from too far out myself too.
But if he reaches like that, we've already seen Bud Crawford being able to counter that type of mistake, that kind of mistake. We've already seen him capitalize on that kind of mistake. So, Spence, his jab being active as it is, that's enough to disrupt Crawford's timing. We've seen what a solid jab can do. When Kell Brook was landing and throwing his jab in the first 5 rounds of that fight before he got stopped, we've seen Bud Crawford's eye get swelling up. So let's not act like there's not an effective jab. He won that fight as soon as he switched to southpaw, and he landed that overhand right hook, countering that jab. So he made that adjustment, and that lead hand, he's actually a right-handed guy, so that lead hand is his power hand. So that's the adjustment. That's the adjustment he made against Kell Brook. But Kell Brook's an orthodox fighter. He won't be able to do that with the lead hand and southpaw against Errol Spence, because Errol Spence himself is southpaw. So that makes Errol Spence's jab more of a deciding factor in this fight, and it's going to be a key puzzle for Bud to have to solve, because not only is it he changes the speeds on his jab, but it's very active.
Let me read a couple of more things out the chat, but hold that thought about that jab for me, please. I don't think Bud would switch at all versus Earl unless he's completely outclassing him. That's just from Eric R. He said, I said I don't know much. I don't know how much. I don't expect him to stay in either stance at all fight. I made the statement because I haven't gone back and watched Crawford's fight versus a southpaw in a while. Okay, I got you on that. He said, that said, I always see fighting a southpaw as a disadvantage, even for southpaws, simply because they rarely face them. Okay, that part. Say, that said, I always see fighting a southpaw. Wait, I just read that. My bad. Oh, let me get Derek Bailey.
Go ahead.
He said, they used to call Tim Duncan basic, but that dude was fundamentally sound. He is not a boxer, but you get the point. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Derek Bailey, when I alluded to basketball and having the basics. Tim Duncan is a great example. Basic, but was able to get the job done over a long time in his career by using the fundamentals. And I guess if you have to ask, who do I see being the most fundamental out of the two? I would have to say, I think Earl is the more fundamental. That's why you don't see the flashiness and stuff like that, because he stays in that fundamental box, which I think will serve him well. Now, going back to the jab, as you were speaking on, I'm gonna get back to you guys in the chat. But going back to what you were speaking on with the about the jab, Eric R, brings me to the situation of how small Crawford is and the jab being keeping him busy. Like you said, he changes the speed of it. He has different variations of his jab. That right there, I remember Derrick James saying, putting a jab in somebody's face, making them have to think. One, you've already taken something from them because you got them always constantly worrying about this jab before they can go on and start trying to build on what they need to build on. Not saying that Crawford isn't smart enough to come up with something for that, but I am saying that is an extra additive that he's going to have to deal with. The fighters, their talents, their mentalities, their corners, I think this is the fight that we'll get to see all of those things come into play. You know, the three-headed monster that Terrence Crawford has in his corner against Derrick James and what they have, what his mind and Errol Spence comes up with to attack that, and vice versa. You know, just sitting here thinking about it, I'm kind of salivating. I'm excited because, you know, I can't lie to you. When the fight fell apart, it bothered me. I was bothered. I really wanted to see this fight. Some small part of me, always in the back of my mind, was always wishing that this fight was coming. Even though I said I wasn't going to talk about it no more until we were sure. So, you know, I'm just going to be honest. You know, I've always wanted to see this fight. I've always wanted this fight. This is the fight for me. And when it comes down to it, we can talk the best noise, who we think gonna do it. But looking at these fighters and looking at what they have to offer, my only advantages, clear advantages that I can say that I would mark up for Spence is because he's the naturally bigger man. Doesn't mean a whole bunch, but I believe their skills is going to take us to the level that we want to see. I am praying that this is not a boring fight. I'm praying that it's a high-level skill match where you get to see parrying and blocking and sidestepping and great everything. But when it comes all down to it, I'm thinking that for real, the most basic fighter, as they want to say, the basic fighter, I think that's going to be the one that wins the fight. Yeah, Terrence Crawford, you know, people are stuck. Oh, he could go either stance. He got a deep toolbox. They both got deep toolboxes. They wouldn't be where they are without them. So, with that being said, if I have to go all in all out, you know, I'm riding with the basic man. D-Lo said, I haven't seen a fight since Gamboa where Crawford hasn't switched at some point. Big Bro say that's facts for real, Derek Bailey, talking about Tim Duncan, I'm sure. Good thing for Crawford that he doesn't simply rely on athleticism. He is 35 now, and it's obvious that he exudes less athleticism than he was 5 years ago. Yeah, this is true. He has to fight a little different. But on the same point, the basic guy, he's pretty much fighting the same way. He knows how to pressure. He knows how to cut off the ring. He will turn up if you get hurt. You know, these are all the same things that they say about Bud. Whatever you say about Bud, you have to mirror it against Errol Spence and vice versa. They both good like that. They are both good like that. Could Bud take a weapon away from a fighter? Can he make EJ stop jabbing? Good question. But how would he do that? He'd have to be perfectly countering. But the thing about EJ is, I don't think whatever you do, he gonna keep pumping that jab.
You just answered the question. No, he's not gonna be able to stop Errol Spence from throwing jab. Errol Spence is going to continue to throw jabs no matter what. Nobody has ever made this guy gun shy about throwing his jab. He's gonna always throw his jab.
There you go. You know, so I haven't seen his jab be taken away from him, but we haven't seen anybody take anything away from him that I can think of since I've been watching Errol fight. If Terrence is able to do it, that would be remarkable. That would be something. But
now, how do you offset his jab? You got to jab with him, or you got to utilize and execute your jab. So now Terrence Crawford is going to have to utilize his jab in this fight.
You wish not to say Terrence doesn't jab, because he does. He just, it's not as frequently as Spence would do. Eric R says, Earl and Terrence both performed well versus Porter, but neither Earl or Terrence are Porter. Luckily for us, we get to see it play out. True that. I'm not gonna speak on the Porter fight because it's kind of got a little taint to it, because his dad came out and said what he said in an interview about he knew he was gonna throw in the towel and all that stuff instead of letting his son be a warrior and go ahead and do what he needed to do. I feel like he kind of stole something from Crawford in that fight by not letting Crawford be able to truly end that fight. That's just the way I see it. Kenny Porter screwed Terrence in that fight, in my opinion. Yeah, Terrence got the win, but I don't think it's a satisfying win, in my opinion. To me, I could be totally wrong. Terrence could be living high off of it, but I just feel like he took it from him. He said both these guys are good enough, durable enough, intelligent and savvy enough to go 12 rounds. That's what I believe, D-Lo. I believe they're good enough to make it a 12-round fight. If somebody gets a knockout, that I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be surprised, happy, but still I'm gonna be like, wow, he got it done. Whichever one do it, he got it done. You know, he says Ugas caught Earl with a hell of a shot before that mouthpiece came out, but each fighter is different. That's kind of what I was looking at. Earl, when he got caught with the little African looking dude, you know, it buzzed him. He shelled up for a second. He got, you know, he recuperated kind of quick. The other dude, he recuperated kind of quick. I think this fight is gonna make him. I think he knows that this is Terrence Crawford, and I got to be ready, and vice versa. You know, I don't think those kind of mistakes, those little mistakes that we've all noticed or we've seen, I don't think we're going to see those that night. Being fundamentally sound and well-grounded in the basics of anything is an attribute, not a deficit. Exactly. And that's why I say people are making a mistake by saying that, because shoot, that's the dumbest, to me, that's the dumbest statement ever. I would rather be the most basic dude doing whatever it is I do, where I can bounce off of that. And once you get the basics down, then you can try anything. But you got to have your basics. And I believe Earl Spence has his basics. His footwork is good. His defense is good. He stays busy. He knows how to apply good pressure. And that's what it is. Great fight. I'm glad it's near. Big Bro said, can't wait. Trey ring in. He said Crawford could take the jab away by going orthodox and using lateral movement. He might get whooped orthodox, though. I feel you on that, bro. That's why I said I don't think he'll fight Spence orthodox, because I think he's a better left-handed fighter. I think he's better coming out of the southpaw. I think he's more comfortable that way. And to me, I just don't. I don't. Him going orthodox and winning, I don't see that. I can see that being a problem for him, because shit, yeah, I can see it being a problem for him. You know, you say he can use lateral movement, but I haven't really seen anybody be able to stay constantly away from Spence. He does know how to cut the ring off. He cuts the ring off well, in my opinion. But, you know, like you said, he might get whooped orthodox, though. So that's a gamble. Say,
I believe he will get whooped orthodox. And it's not an if for me. I believe if he does go orthodox, he will get whipped.
Say, you make a guy hesitant to throw his jab by effectively countering the jab. That said, Earl's natural reset is going to go back to pumping the jab. That's what Paul Williams would do as well. I like that. Yeah, the muscle memory, I guess you could say that. Who is it that Dominique Brazil? One of the things I seen about him fighting Wilder, when he got hurt, he started letting his hands go, and he caught Wilder when Wilder was walking in and tried to catch him in the corner and made Wilder bag up. Looked like he stuck him pretty good. So I'm riding with my boy Earl all the way around. I think the jab and trying to go to the body will prove to be the key for Earl. But I think you better believe he's gonna be doing some uppercuts and some hooks. It's not gonna all be body, but I think he gonna dig into Terrence at certain points. MZ, don't pay attention to these fanboys on either side. So don't pay. I put attention in the wrong spot. MZ, don't pay these fanboys on either side much attention. Most will never give the other guy real credit and exaggerate everything for their guy. Yeah, that's just what a fan is. This is one fight. I can't do that. The point I'm making is one way. You take the jab away is to use the opposite stance and lateral movement. Think Crawford versus Postal.
Yeah, that was a lifetime ago. That Crawford is not entering the building against this Spence. That was by far one of Crawford's best for a whole 12 rounds. Lateral movement was at his peak. Athleticism, the way he utilizes the jab, box on the outside. I mean, that's about as good as it gets.
Well,
and that Crawford ain't showing up July 29th.
Well, let's say this. Did Crawford change the way he was fighting and moving, so using a lot of lateral movement at 147 because he's 35? Or did he choose to do that? Is he still capable of using a lot of lateral movement for possibly a whole 36 minutes? That's a question. That's a question that could prove well. I am literally jittery because I want to know with Bomac and the other two guys. I don't know their names. Y'all forgive me on that. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have Crawford coming out to do. And wait a minute, go down. Trey say, y'all are talking like I'm trying to convince y'all to pick Crawford. I'm just talking boxing tactics. Oh no, bro, no. I'm just having a conversation. I'm talking on Earl's side because way at the beginning, Eric asked the question. I'm kind of still just running on that. I'm not looking at it like that. I know you're giving boxing tactics. I'm just saying what I feel Spence can do, even with those tactics. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm bouncing off. No way, because I know you ride with EJ. So no, I'm not trying to make it seem like that at all. I know you just giving us the meat, putting some more meat on the plate so we can have something to digest. Crawford put on a master class versus Postile. He showed a bit of everything in that fight. This is said by D-Lo.
He's right. That was one of his best performances. I mean, from an athletic standpoint, from a technical standpoint, that was a flawless performance by Terrence Crawford. To me, that Terrence Crawford is not the Terrence Crawford we're going to see. And I'm not saying that because I'm saying it more because I don't believe that Terrence Crawford exists athletically to be able to do that for 12 rounds.
Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm going to have to say, would we give Crawford, say, 60% of what Floyd Mayweather is? And if so, I would have to say that I think Crawford is smart enough to know, like D-Lo has said right here, he has slowed down and uses less lateral movement at 47, but uses it intelligently and conservatively these days. That could be something that comes into play. Crawford is, we consider smart. And like I said, he got the three-headed monster in his corner as well. That's a lot of minds that are looking at an opponent and seeing things and picking him apart and trying to come up with a game plan. I'm including Crawford so in that, because I know he takes part in planning on on what they're gonna fight and how they're gonna fight. So I'm very interested to see how he comes out and what their plan is against Spence. You know,
I mean, let's be clear. You know, Crawford's a slow starter. He's pretty much trying to pick up what the opponent is trying, what their game plan is, what they're trying to implement, and he adapts to it. That's Terrence Crawford in the ring. The problem with that is a guy against Spence. You do that against Spence. Spence is a guy who's a high output guy, who's already going to have you guessing, trying to get his timing down, and it's hard for you to get his timing down because he doesn't give you a beat on the variation of his punches. And once he gets, because where he wants to be inside. So once he gets inside, he's already framing and pinning you to where he's able to get off offense, and you can't effectively, land, shots on him on the inside. So this is something Crawford's going to have to figure out. You got an elite inside fighter versus a guy who can adapt and who can create and who can counterpunch. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it go.
He good at the body too. I give Crawford that. He was digging into Porter with some very lovely body shots. So, we also got to give Crawford that. Crawford does have a nice body attack. It's not as heavy as Earl's. You know what I'm saying? His body attack isn't as heavy as Spence's, but he does have he does man educated. That's what I'm trying to say. Educated body shots at times.
Crawford will clinch on the inside. And we all know EJ don't allow nobody to clinch him.
That's the thing I was going to get to also. I hear a lot about how strong Crawford is. He used to wrestle and stuff like that. I look to see at one point in the fight them to lock up to see who can move who. I do look to see that. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I'm looking to see who's going to try to push who and move them in the way they want them to move.
And here's the thing about that physical inside game. DJ's used to that. He's used to playing that game. So we're going to see the longer the fight goes on, and if that's the game that they're playing, if Crawford's able to still have his legs while they're playing that game.
Right. D'Lo said, we watched Floyd slow way down and fought more intelligently as he done so. He also picked his opponent with that in mind. Yeah, I feel you on that. We could say, he picked his opponent, which in the Crawford Spence case, this is not, I would say this is not we picked this guy. This is one of those clashes, one of those, it was this or nothing. And now we're here. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm just trying to say, I think Crawford is a thinker, and I don't think that he's just gonna come out there and you know what I'm saying. I see him using just enough lateral movement and footwork and stuff like that. Man, the more I think about it in the different scenarios, the more exciting it is for me. Eric also said, you could be right. It's a lot of minds, MZ, but there's also too many cooks in the kitchen. Could you really say that? They recipe has been working for the duration when it comes to Crawford. So I wouldn't say it's too many cooks in the kitchen. What I will say is that you got the sous chef, you got the bakery chef, and you got the lead chef. They all come together and make you a fantastic meal. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to see what the three-headed. I just came up with that. His corner is three-headed monster, and they got Terrence Crawford in there. It is what it is. But Derrick James, you know what I'm saying? He got a great mind. I listen to him talk, the way he breaks down fighters and things like that. You better believe that they're at the drawing boards right now. Derrick is talking about what it is that Crawford does well. Bomac and those guys over there talking about what it is that Spence does well. I hope, because they have talked so much noise about him, you know, he only got this combination and this and that. I've heard them say that a lot. I hope they don't take this man lightly and go out there and trip. Lala D got her new symbols up with the trident and the fish. I got to come up with something for Earl, because I can't let hubby just running around trying to
Well,
climb.
Earl said he's smoking bud. So I mean, he got a T-shirt. He said he's smoking bud. But the thing is about the whole training thing. I don't really hear no profound stuff they saying in the corner to Crawford. They keep it real simple, and that's no shade to him, because with a guy like Crawford, you don't really need to say much. It wasn't like Roger Mayweather was saying dropping all these jewels in the corner, you know, when Floyd Mayweather was in the corner. So a lot of times these guys, they can make the adjustment, you know, while what they see in the ring. And that's what you see a lot from Crawford. He makes the adjustment in round, you know, before the round starts. You see it. So he has that ability where a lot of times they're not even giving, you know, that much instruction to him in the corner, to be honest.
I feel you. She said, Lala D, I don't know what those are. Faces, fish on the fishing hook. Oh, she's really cutting up, ain't she? Bud gonna turn. We gonna have a crawfish boil. He said, I could be completely wrong, and I'm glad we get to find out. I am too. I could be completely wrong, but that's what you said. We excited for this to happen right now. She said, cigarettes for Spence. He said he's smoking bud. Nah, I gotta find something better than that. I'm gonna have to reach out to Gil Cole and Eric R and get the two minds of the great emoji GFI masters and see if they can't come up with something for me to sling around. We need a fat spliff emoji. You sure right now. If we had that, I'll be pumping that up. This is what Spence got going on for Bud. I guess I could use the smoke emoji, but that's so weak. So these guys earn their pay in camp. The cut man is that hardest working man in the corner. Crawford is cerebral and seems to center himself in between rounds, then goes back to work. Well, you know what? I see EJ go back to the round. He sits down, he's calm. And yeah, you just described Spence to the T. To the T. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been waiting for this fight. I ain't been talking about it because it was other fights that we could talk about. And we got to see it. And I've learned how to concentrate and pay attention to the other stuff. But now that it's around the corner, Lala D boy finna get beat up. That's just what it is. And that's all I like. Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say on that.
I just can't wait till it's over, so all these people can find something else to do with their YouTube careers.
We can find some more fights to watch. But I did say, man, it's a lot of I seen that thing in the Discord. They put some dude was talking about breaking down the Spence Crawford, and I wasn't getting it. I didn't get it at all. I can't even repeat the craziness he was saying about inviting him in and all this inside fighting is what I think he said Crawford wanted. But we'll see. Like you said, Crawford's eye was taking a little swelling up against Kell Brook from a decently well-placed jab. So it's going down. MZ, because I care, is GIF, not GFI. Pronounced like gift without the T. Oh, my bad. GIF, my bad. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean, though. Because you care. I appreciate it. See, it's the love like that I get from the brothers when I make a mistake. I don't know there's anywhere else I can take us. It's been a good show. Oh, it's only 11:21. I ain't been this, man. La D, I'm finna smoke one for you because your boy finna get beat down. YouTube careers. Some of these MS won't be around after the fight. Same are way too invested in dick riding. Dang, D-Lo, that's hard.
Hey, he ain't never lied in that. Like a lot of folks is gonna be on life support.
He was so serious about that. He was so serious about that comment. He put it in there twice. Or pronounced GIF. Puh. I'm gonna just stick with GIF because that's what it is. Let those masters get to work. So I need to go ahead and hire one of them to go ahead and make me something real fly. So MZ, just keep that same energy on July 30th, about 12:01 a.m. Tell you what, sis, I'm gonna keep that same energy July 31st. How about that? I keep that same energy through June, July, August, and September. Because that's how long it's gonna be before y'all get over it, and the rematch take place, and we beat up Crawford again. How about that?
It's funny that she say that because somebody when the clock strike 12, somebody's glass slipper gonna come off and they're gonna turn back. They're gonna turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, somebody's finna go through that. Damn, it's going down. It's going on 1 a.m. I'm about to lay my phone down and listen while I drift off. Okay, you know what? I have to say I'm proud of D-Lo and myself. Not one old man joke has been slain across the board tonight. Take it easy, my brother. Listen well and drift off, and dream about the way Earl Spence dig off into Terence Crawford, body shots, then that 2 to the head, step back with an uppercut, and your boy legs get noodly.
Hey, people call him basic, but you know Crawford lands that 2-1-2 combination. That's his signature combination. That's a basic combination, but it's his most effective combination. So
It works.
it's funny how they call Spence basic with his combination. That's Crawford's signature combination right there.
Man, and you're gonna be hearing those punches that doom doom, boom 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 boom. That's all Spence. 2 to the body, then come back up with that hook to the head and drop back down to the body. He gonna have Crawford over there just mixed up. She said, MZ, you don't stand a chance. Okay, I feel you. I hear you. I guess you're gonna get a t-shirt made, huh? D-Lo, go to bed. I'll handle this for Bud. We got this. Oh, so you really think? Well, sis, I just have to put it like this. You know, you got your gifts. You I give you all that. But you're riding with the wrong horse this time. Your boy Bud gonna get beat up. This ain't 140. This ain't 135. This ain't Postal. This ain't Jeff Horn. This ain't Sean Porter's daddy throwing in the towel. This is Earl, the truth. Spence Jr. about to crawfish boil Bud to Crawford.
I just hope they don't say that Earl's. I just hope they don't say Earl beat a 135 pounder and Bud Crawford. You know, like they like to say he beat a 135 pounder and Mikey Garcia.
He asked for that ass whooping.
Yeah, because you know, Bud is coming. Bud did start off at 135. You know, Mikey was a 135 pounder too. I just wonder, you know, if that's what they're gonna say. You know.
Hey. La D say, this ain't Porter who Spence couldn't do nothing with. Really now? Nothing with? He couldn't do nothing. He dropped him. he did that. He was the second man to drop Porter. Adrian Broner was the first that I know of to drop him. Spence was the second, unless I'm wrong. Was somebody else dropping before AB?
No, you're right.
Okay, so when it comes down to that, what can you say? Oh, Bud stopped. No, Bud dropped him after Spence dropped him. So we went up on you already. Nah, he won the fight. And then said at the press conference, said, I don't even know why you got that green jacket. You should take that off. I took your belt. Yeah. And then after he beat up Ugas, the world heard him say, Bud Crawford, coming for your shit next. Then all of a sudden the lights went out in the house. The garage doors came down and, they electric, so you couldn't get them back up. Understand y'all had these deadbolts and all kind of stuff on the front doors. Big old protection things came down over the windows. Bud went into protective custody. Next thing you know, he was fighting for BLK Prime. Yeah. That's your dude. She said MZ is cray-cray. My daughter be saying that too. Daddy, you cray-cray. I'm crazy insane right now because Spence gonna beat them. You know how you put salt in the water when you're getting ready to purge the crawfish? That's what Spence gonna beat out of Bud. But Spence promised to stop Porter. Oops. Yeah, he promised to stop him. He also promised to beat him at his own game. Fight him on the inside. Slug it out. Toe for toe. Mano a mano. And we saw how that worked out. The craziest thing about that fight, as good as it was, the craziest thing that I heard in that fight was his daddy said, he said, give him the body? No, protect the body, give him the head.
Yeah, because his daddy knew. His daddy knew that most of the punishment was going to be to the body. And we saw those body shots was taking a toll. As much as Sean was in phenomenal shape, but them body shots was taking the toll. I've never seen Sean Porter gas for as much air as he did in that Spence fight than he did in any other fight. And Sean was initiating a lot of clinches, trying to initiate a lot of clinches to slow down Earl Spence's offensive output.
Man, I wish I had Trey X on the soundboard because I press the button right now where he be saying they be trying to wrestle. He got a little saying that he be saying, I ain't come to wrestle, I ain't come to hold. It's something I can't think of what it is, but it be live when he say it.
And to me, that was the most impressive part, MZ. Even though it was a close fight, just watching Earl's gas tank to be like, damn, dude, you that relentless? Like this dude trying to tie you up, and you see Earl just literally getting himself free from the and still coming back with the offense. Like, dude, did this dude ever get tired? Like, like it was crazy to me.
Beautiful thing to watch, wasn't it?
Because I've never seen nobody do that to Sean Porter. You usually see Sean Porter be the guy outworking, the guy across the ring from him. He's usually that guy. I've never seen the other guy across from
match his energy like that,
exceeding it to the point where Sean got a hold.
That it is. Let me read. He said EJ and Porter were the best two welterweights in the world that night. I'll give you that. And Trey X say, I'm trying to swing these things while this bitch ass trying to wrestle. That's what is going on. That's what I'm talking about. Way to come through for me when I need it. That's what we're going to be saying, La D. We need to get a t-shirt like that. I'm trying to swing these things while this bitch ass trying to wrestle. Get your hands off me. Take this uppercut while you at it.
Hey, Trey X, y'all need to trademark that.
There it is.
Y'all better put that on the t-shirt ASAP.
Man, it's going down. I'm excited. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joseph Brown, but I can't lie to you. I can't hide it no more. I am super excited. These guys are getting ready to fight. I am really excited. My boss gonna go to she'll still be my boss at that time. She's supposed to be transferring in a couple of months. But I think like September, around my birthday. It'd be great to take over the store for my birthday. But she's supposed to be going to the fight. I probably work a schedule where I can be home that night so I can watch it and listen to X call that motherfucker. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm hearing it's already selling out or sold out. People are buying crawfish, even though they're not even in season right now. They just buying them so they can throw them out there in a pot of water and boil them, just for the hell of it. Bud going down. I need to roll up one and smoke it right now, so Lala can hear the smoke as it goes across the microphone. One thing I'm not gonna do, I can honestly say I'm just gonna enjoy this fight, but I will not bet on it. I learned that from a guru. There it is. I got a good one already here. Listen to this, Lala. This is my big.
Hey, what kind of bud you smoking on, MZ?
Oh, let me get the box and I can tell you.
Is it from Nebraska?
Oh no. It ain't from. It's blue raz and sour strawberry. It's a mix. It's a sativa. It's a sativa blend. And it's good too. Whew. When I cough and make my temperature go up, I start to sweat. I need to cut a fan on or something. It's going down. Bud finna get smoked. He finna get smoked. I wish I knew that Ha Davis dude to be doing those little funny dudes. Oh, you came to fight. Earl gonna be digging all in that man's stomach. This man that hit me in the stomach with a brick. Somebody call a doctor. Ken's gonna be going back to the corner talking about, say, man, y'all told me this motherfucker could fight. Y'all didn't tell me this motherfucker was gonna be relentless. He throwing punches everywhere. He hitting me on everything. Lala D is trying to fight back. She said, MZ, you're gonna be crying like a baby deep in the heart of Texas. Oh, no, not in Texas. We don't do no crying down here, sis. We go ahead, bite down, put our boots on, dig deep in the dirt and push forward. And if you in the way, you either move or get rolled over. Don't matter. And remember, I got some of that up north in me too. So I got some ways of Chicago Gary mixed with a little ATL. So you best believe it's all mixed in love here in Texas. And I am a Texan now. So what Spence just doesn't have it to beat Bud. No, he got it all to beat Bud. You just hoping that he don't have it. You hoping that that somebody forget his gloves at home or his shoes or something. You hoping that his car break down where he can't get to the fight on time. All kind of stuff you hoping. But it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen at all. Bud finna suffer his first loss. A lot of people gonna cry about it. A lot of people gonna say the referee. It's gonna be all this kind of stuff going on. They're gonna try to say the judges misconstrued the cards. Everybody gonna have something to say. But this man said he can't wait to prove everybody wrong. The boxing greats, the boxing analysts, Lala D, all of them.
Yeah, they're gonna fight twice. So I mean, regardless, it just depends if one of them suffer, one of them Ugas type injuries where they can't activate no rematch because they physically unable to.
And now that you mention it, I'm just going through my records in my mind, and I don't remember anybody ever being beat up that bad by Bud. Do you?
No, they just not. You physically, no, you can't look at them and tell, but they don't have the long-lasting effects from as far as you look at their face.
Yeah, I was just curious to, have he beat up somebody where they had to take like almost a year off and recuperate, where people was worried about him and saying, dude, it's touch and go. Don't know what's gonna happen to this dude. He didn't got beat so bad by T-Bud. I just ain't seen that or heard that.
Benavidez, he had a he had a long layoff before he fought after Crawford. So
Okay, we'll give him that. We put that over there on his side of the board. He got one under his board. There you go, La. She said, you guys are making it worse for yourselves. Nah.
not really. I mean, either way, I'm gonna give credit to whoever wins. I'm just gonna be laughing at all those who literally put all their stock and faith in on whichever person wins or loses this fight. Them the ones that I got on suicide watch.
Oh, D-Lo back. D-Lo rolled over and grabbed his phone. He says, oh yeah, y'all didn't ask, but the fight where the dude got KO'd but got a draw was Carrington versus Sergio Martinez. The one where a dude got KO'd but won by decision was Liborio Andre versus Butte. Okay. So you went and found 2 fights. So that makes the possibilities grow. It could happen, but I don't think so. Not that night. Not this night. Not the 30th. Not then. Lala D says Spence has a lot of pride, so he's going to get stopped. Activate his rematch clause, then get stopped again. Oh, I see how you playing that. You know, pride comes before the downfall. Now, I got you, sis. I got you. I see how you going with that, because I could look at that like a music thing. I understand when people talking music a lot better than any other kind of way. So I got you on that, sis, but it ain't going to happen. He ain't that prideful. He got pride as in, I am not trying to let you beat me type pride, but don't Bud got that same pride? I think he do. So the downfall is coming, but just for who? I think Bud, the Crawford. That's who I think. That's who I think. Egg weights, floppy mouth guard, Bud's gloves were falling apart. Bud stopped moving and becomes a punching bag. Woo. Egg weights, floppy mouth guard, Bud's gloves falling apart.
Don't forget they aged him out. Don't forget that.
Dang, they aged him out too? Unbelievable. She said, not you, Joseph Brown. Oh, it's just me. It's just me that's going that's oh, I see. It's just, but Joseph Brown is a Spence fan. How you gonna exclude a Spence fan?
I'm just saying that's some of the excuses we don't want to hear.
No. I'm saying I'll be trying to put it all on me. But we ain't listening to no excuses about him being too old, him not being big enough, because I done heard people say he's acclimated quite well. He looks good at 147 pounds. It looks good on him like that.
Just remember, y'all said he been on a 10-win knockout streak at welterweight. So he done had 10 fights at welterweight. So we don't want to hear that Errol's too big. He's a weight bully. We don't want to hear he aged him out. We don't want to hear that, Terrence Crawford, he didn't eat the right food. He didn't wake up on time. We didn't hear Bo Mac done ate all the snacks before the fight. We don't want to hear nothing. We don't want to hear nothing. You guys have propped this guy up enough. Steve. And we agree that he's everything y'all said he is. So when Spence wins, when Spence wins, we want all the credit for beating Superman.
That's right.
That's all we saying. Because if Bud wins, I'll be the first one in here giving him all his props, and I ain't gonna make no damn excuse for no Spence.
Me either. Here. I agree with you. D-Lo said that was in reference to Derevyanchenko needing a KO to get a draw versus Munguia. I'm with you on that, bro. I hear you. Lala D said no, not this. Oh wait, Eric all say now you know better. No, MZ, not just you. She said we don't want to hear about Spence's accidents. We don't want to hear about Spence's eye. No accident, nada. First of all, let me make this clear. The most people that I hear talk about Spence's accident and his eye are the
Bud fans
and people that think Bud gonna win. Those are the only people that say, I don't know if he's still the same. This man had already had a fight after that accident, the real bad one where the car flipped. He already came back and whooped somebody's ass after that. his eye, he done already came and whooped somebody's ass after that. So those things, in my opinion, do not weigh in when it comes to this fight. The only thing that's going to weigh in is how many times Spence put his hands up against Bud's head and in his gut and in his ribs and in his side and solar plex and in his neck and all other places that be open where his hands just get to going. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't never hear the end of the accident and all that extra stuff. All that stuff is coming from Bud Crawford fans. Y'all bring that up.
You're right. You don't hear about it from Spence fans now. Well, the beauty of it is Spence gonna go ahead and win, so we don't have to hear about it, or nobody have to even bring it up.
Yeah, and I'll rip them a new asshole if they bring it up. I'm both ways.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if he loses. Ain't no such thing. It ain't no if. Let's take that if off the table. You know what, Joseph Brown? As of today, what's today? 6/6/2023, 11:42. I will not be saying if Spence win anymore. I will be saying when Spence wins the fight. That's right. I have declared it. I have said it. That's what it is. What you got to say about that, sis? Huh? What? She said, watch the excuses when Spence loses. It's going to be ridiculous. Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, Lala, you gonna see how ridiculous it is when Bud lose. How many of Bud buddies is gonna be out here on the deep end jumping off?
Ooh, better get a net up under some of these buildings where our people live at. Suicide watch. You better
Some
call
people,
the governors.
Some people gonna have to take down their 19 episode ducking series.
Eric R chiming in. He said, all I'm saying is the fighter I'm riding with don't need no tune-up. He say, throw me in the water so I can swim. Put me in with a shark, big fish. Ooh. You're late, MZ. We been saying win. Yeah. So now you're going to say, so they been saying win. Win, Bud wins. I don't remember hearing nobody say that.
Hey, think about this though, MZ. Imagine all the people who call Spence a duck, right?
Right.
How does that sound if he gets in there and beats Bud Crawford in convincing fashion? You've been calling this man a duck for 5 years. How do you continue to say this man's a duck if he just whipped your guy's ass?
Man. Eric also say my Bud buddies and kid sisters. Well, I don't think they'll be able to call him a duck. They already used up the him being dirty, not being able to pass a VADA test. That remember they was talking about his nipples at one point. So maybe they might go back to that. Maybe they might say he juicing again. I don't know.
Nah, they're gonna say away bully, and they're gonna say he aged him out.
Yeah, Lala D raised her voice. She say he cannot beat Bud. I keep telling you guys. Well, I'm gonna say he can beat Bud. Break him down, put him in a blunt, smoke him up. If you don't like blunts and you like zigzags, roll him up, smoke him up in that way. They got lighter ashes, but he gonna still be smoked up. If you don't like blunts or rolling papers, you can use a pipe or a bong. Either way, Bud getting smoked. Some people might not even want to use that. Some people use dabs. Whatever way you want to put Bud in the air, he going.
Hey, we already gave you credit, Lala D, and said it's some good Bud. It's gonna be some good ass Bud.
Yeah, top grade. Top grade. Joseph Brown don't even smoke, and he gonna smoke some Bud. Man, Lala, I feel all I can say is, sis, I'm gonna be here for you. I'll send you some flowers or something after Bud take this loss, because I don't want you to be down too long. Enjoy your talking. Just don't be mad after the fight. I will not be. Good night, fam. Keep the banter going. I want to catch the replay. All right. It's cool. It is what it is. Me and Lala D, all right. Lala D, consider tonight the start of me and you going at it until they fight.
Hey,
And then you can consider me doing a victory lap and after they fight.
I learned my lesson, MZ. I got wowed by Roy Jones with the athleticism, his excellence, his brilliance. But then there were things that Roy would do he got away with because his athletic gifts that he possessed. He would do things that they always teach you not to do, and he would get away with it because he was just so athletically gifted. But we saw what happened once those gifts started to fade, and the technical abilities. You know, he didn't necessarily put the time in that he should have been putting the time in. They showed their ugly head.
A few times.
So quite a few. So not saying that's Bud Crawford, but I am saying that I always rely on the guy who always used proper technique every single time. Call him boring, unspectacular, just like the Spurs, but them hoes won championships.
Didn't they though? With basic basketball. The basic of the basic. She say, you think people hate Bud now? OMG. Yeah. You think they mad at Spence now? Whew. They're gonna really be hot. He finna take that boy's belt. Just give me that. Come here. Give me that belt. Ain't nobody playing with you. Now go sit down somewhere.
I got a prediction. MZ.
Okay, I'm listening.
I believe if Spence wins this fight, a lot of Bud Crawford fans will leave. They will leave and never to be found from again. I will also say, buy the fight, Bud Crawford fans. Please, buy the fight. Y'all been pumping this fight up. This is a PSA for Spence and Crawford. Y'all been pumping up this fight, talking about 5 years. I don't want to see nothing less than 1.5 million buys. All the shit y'all be talking every single day. This shit better not do less than 1.5 million. Because if it does less than that, y'all some bullshit ass fucking fans. Point blank, period.
Uh-oh. Hold up. I agree with you 100%. We need to buy this fight. Lala D said, watch Bud's power. Then remember what I tried to tell you guys. He said, if MZ, who? I didn't hear that. We'll be at the fight, sir. Oh, you going to the fight, sis? Take plenty of pictures.
Yeah, she going. I'm gonna be in Vegas, but I don't really care if I get a ticket to that fight or not.
Oh man, Lala D, shots fired, shots across the bow. Joseph Brown, oh please, you'll be the main people streaming.
I ain't streaming, Lala. I go to fights. I don't know what you're talking about. I go to fights and I buy fights.
Yeah, I buy the
Matter of fact, I'm going to a fight on June 24th right here in Minneapolis. J-Rock versus Carlos Adames. I will be at that fight. So I go to fights. I don't know what you're talking about. You better check my receipts. I got plenty of them.
Talk your stuff, bro. Talk your stuff. Well, all I can say is once Earl Spence wins, Terrence Crawford fans, the ones that aren't fans and just Bud haters, they'll fall off to the wayside. But I know Lala D, she'll still be a Bud fan because, you know, she's a true fan. I'm going to one in Indiana, July 22nd. I remember you said that. What is that, last week? Yeah, and I want to apologize to everybody last week. I didn't have the energy. I had came in from work. I was dragging. I was discombobulated. I was all over the place, and I sounded terrible interacting with you guys. But I tried to give you a better show tonight, and I hope I've accomplished that. Now, with that being said, we're going to get his ass whooped. I'm not going to stop saying it, Lala. I'm going to say it. I'm going to have fun saying it because I love your banter. You have some good stuff coming out. You be saying some crazy stuff, and you crack me up sometimes. I know you crack yourself up, but you know, sometimes you slip a zinger in there and get me going. But yeah, I wish Social Scientist was here. And I could get on him too. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. You did 1,000 times better tonight. I took your advice. I took some notes down and I did some homework. I did watch me a couple of fights that I could. I got that knowledge up under me so I could be able to talk about it when I got in with you. So I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I appreciate the friendship, the way you stay on me, keep me going. Don't let me be lazy. Big bro be doing the same thing. I get lazy doing the music because it's easy. No, it's not. It's hard. I love it. Just like I love talking to you guys right here on MZ Talks Boxing. My poor little sister's just lost. I don't know what to say about it. She just, for some reason, she got bit by a bud bug when she was doing her traveling. And now she just stuck. What's that I hear?
So
A ghostly sound of bud. Spirit leaving the ring after getting beat down, the air getting sucked out of the place. Is that what I'm hearing? That's that sound effect you using, Joseph Brown?
hey, it's coming. That's why I said, like, it's all coming to a head. I'm gonna be laughing at no matter who win or lose. I'm gonna be laughing at the other fan base because they're gonna be completely crushed. And I'm going to be moving the hell on to the next.
There's going to be some livid people. Livid. But, you know, that's what they expect. But here on MZ Talks Boxing and everybody around here going to have fun. And we're going to be chilling. Oh, your phone died. You missed the crushing stuff I said. Okay. It's all right. I know that your phone be dying when I get to leaning on Bud pretty hard. But it's okay. It's good. There's some good folks in Nebraska. We're going to get you to the doctor, sis, so you can get a shot, so you can get over this bud flu that you got. Some bug bit you, and ever since then, you've been stuck on bud. We're going to have to help you get off of that.
Oh, her phone died magically after I told her, you know, how I'll be going to these fights and the upcoming fight I'm going to. It just magically died then.
Well, you was able to get it in now because that phone ain't dead now.
Yeah.
She back.
Better check my receipts, Lala. I go to these fights. I go to those. I'm going to the one June 24th once again, repeating that just for you. Going to that one, Carlos Adames versus Julian J. Rock Williams. I will be in attendance for that. I do buy the fights that are important fights for us to see. I will stream the bullshit. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about that. But the main fights that I do want to watch, I will pay for. Always do that.
Here. I can honestly say, I haven't streamed the fight. Why? Because I'd be scared that I might get a bug or something on my computer or phone. And I ain't trying to deal with that. So I just pay for it. It ain't nothing. That's what I work for. She said, Joseph Brown, stop lying. That man said he go to the fights. That man go to the fights. He streamed the bullshit. He professed to that.
Hey,
He not a fights. That's real fights.
they done seen my photos of me in the Discord at me at live fights. Lala, you don't be in the Discord to know that.
I don't even know what's that's a fact bomb right there. A fact bomb just got thrown over there.
Big time facts, no whammies. And you don't see nobody else in here talking about he on some bullshit but you because you don't know. I understand, you don't understand because you don't know. It's ignorance right now. You don't know. You can't help that you don't know.
Let's not go too hard on Lala. You know, she the only Bud fan in here right now. She don't have no bag up. She might feel like we double teaming. And we I ain't about double teaming. But for Bud fans, I will make an exception and beat them down. She's still hitting you with the lies, bro. She's still hitting you with the lies. She half a step from saying, show me a receipt.
Hey, get back there in the Discord. I'll go live while I'm at the fight with my boy chilling right there. You'll see it.
Challenge. Like the Richard Pryor and the Sandman episode. Challenge. Well, I just showed my age with that, huh?
D-Lo 404 will tell you. I'll be posting pictures back there at the fight.
Hey, Trey said, no rest for the weary, no mercy for Lala D. There it is. Bud fans must be crushed. It is time. I can't wait till this man hold up that other belt and say, I told y'all I was going to take his shit. Y'all didn't believe me, though. Ooh, I'm a man of my word. I stand on my square. He said all that after this fight was made. He going to make y'all some believers. He got that Texas attitude. Lala D, you might have to move to Texas so you can understand what I'm talking about with this Texas attitude. It's a way of life. It's a way of breathing. It's special in the Lone Star State. It's different from all the other states, I must say. There's pride in other states, but not like Texas pride. And we got an undisputed champion. We got a unified champion, Frank Martin, both of the Charlos. I think Big Baby Miller be training in Houston too on the regular. Oh, it's hell to pay when you come to Texas. We ain't playing with nobody. We whooping it all. Lala D say, I'm just joking, Joseph Brown. You probably been to one or two Golden Gloves of West Bumfuck. What, Egypt? Trex, I'm going to get you. Oh, she's starting to pull it out on everybody. She finna start busting shots all around. But it don't matter. We bulletproof round here. Nah. I got it open as much as I can for everybody. Give me a second while I run in the kitchen and refresh my refreshment. I'm going to let the track play. I'll be right back. Don't forget about Bam Rodriguez and OJ Foster. Oh, yeah, that's right. They also here in Texas.
Hey, MZ, see how quickly I could prove my point. Who's that on my avatar right there? Who did I take a picture with?
Hold on, let me see. I gotta get a little closer. That's damn, I can't tell you who that is.
He fights at 168. He's the WBA interim champion, and he's a Cuban fighter. You talked about him earlier.
That's Moreo.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
he don't have the little squiggly things in his hair. Kind of throw me off.
Hey, so and who's that guy standing next to him?
It looked like Joseph Brown.
Hey, okay. So where was I at?
Yeah. If I didn't know no better, I'd say that was Joseph Brown standing by Moreo.
I'm just saying, like, you see how quickly I could pull the receipts out?
Really? Yeah. Tracy even said Moreo. What do all the boxers in Texas have to do with Spence losing on July 29th? What? Spence lost on July 29th? I ain't never heard that. Spence undefeated. Undefeated. You know, Lala D done pulled out the old Photoshop. She trying to say you Photoshopped that there, bro. Unbelievable. But, you know, that's what happened when you're a Bud fan. You can't see reality for what it is. You in the, what's Doctor Strange? Yeah, you in that multi-universe right now. You confused. You seeing a whole bunch of stuff that ain't happening. Like Spence losing on the 29th. Not happening. And all those Texas fighters, they're going to be in there cheering for their boy, their brother out of Texas. That's right. And Lala D be going back to Chicago saying, dang, I'm going to have to tell MZ that Spence is better than Bud, especially the night of the 29th of April. Spence is better than Bud. Go ahead and say it with me. Spence is better than Bud. I can't hear you, Lala D. I'm sure you'll do a video and say it.
Yeah, we know you from the shy, but don't be shy when you say it. All right. Want to
Say
hear
it.
some
Yes.
passion. We want to hear some passion and emotion.
Yes, that part. What he said. Passion and emotion. Emotion and passion. I was supposed to be on my way to get some more refreshment. I was supposed to have pressed the button to get some music playing. But Lala D had to throw in a curveball and had me sit back down. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. We back in the house, and we gonna do it like we doing it. That's right. I'm back, and I ain't finished talking crazy. Don't forget, Lala D took Eduardo Vez over Jonathan Gonzalez and Melvin Jerusalem over Oscar Collazo. Her picking skills are questionable. Oh shoot. Yeah, and I guess that's why she riding with Bud. Good point, bro. Good point.
The wizard always brings it back full circle.
Don't he though? That's why he the wizard, the oracle. That's the man right there. I can't even think of a good enough title to give him that I feel would hold. Wizard and oracle is the best I can do in comic book and magical lands and stuff like that. That's a pretty powerful figure. Man, Joseph Brown up there with the knockout, man. That dude, they're gonna be once he get a belt and get it all together. Because I saw him training with what's his name? Oh shit, the guy that trains Charlo.
Yeah, Ronnie Shields is his trainer. Is his head trainer. He trains mostly in Houston, but most of his fights now, he headlines in Minneapolis. So every time he fights in Minneapolis, it gets bigger and bigger. So he's got a real strong base in Minneapolis.
He's something to see. I give him that. He is something to see. But I was enjoying because I saw dang, I can't think of Steven Jackson and what's his name? They little podcast that they do. They had went to the gym in Houston, and he was getting some camera time on there. and he was looking real good. I'm a fan. He gonna be healed
Yeah, Morel's he's a killer, man. He gets in the ring. He's trying to take you out.
as he should. As he should. Yeah. Lala D with these questionable picks. I can't talk about questionable picks because I had questionable picks, but I think that this pick with Spence and Crawford, this is a solid pick. I don't know. I know it's a solid pick. Let me change that. This is a solid pick. It's in the universe. It ain't nothing else to say except you heard about HelloFresh. I'm gonna send Lala D a nice big box of HelloFresh fresh crows.
Hey, I'll be in Vegas to wipe Lala's tears and give her a couple of tissues. You know what I'm saying?
And have some crow for her. Get hers early. Don't be in LA high neither, Lala. Be out there making all that noise. She gonna cry in the car though. Once Bud lose on the way, she gonna cry in the car, cry on the plane, cry at the house.
Hey, she gonna be playing Carl Thomas. I'm emotional and I can't let go.
He didn't hit the notes on you. Yes, he did. This has been an extremely good night, a good talk, a good everything. I got my picks in for Champ Ross already. I'm going to just sit back and let it unfurl. See what happens. Joseph Brown. This young lady is, I don't know, misguided. I don't know. Her, D-Lo, my boy DeCane. It's just sad.
Hey man, they like them fast twitch guys, you know, they like flash, they don't last, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I just wish they knew better. I just wish. But you know, wish upon a star. Keep it moving. Say, I did my picks while listening to the show. Jesse Aguilar. I appreciate that. I hope it was entertaining. And we didn't. He said, I'm picking Crawford in 6. Oh no, we got another Crawford fan. Just came out of nowhere, out the blue.
Man, this man said he gonna do him like Abinesian. That's crazy.
In 6? Not in 6. In half the fight. Half the fight, you say that's all it's gonna take for Bud to end the fight.
Damn, bro. They saying Earl ain't even gonna last longer than Green Beans. Ain't that crazy?
Ain't it though? The lack of respect to this man and his craft. But you know, you got him in 6. I tip my hat to you. He not gonna get it, but I tip my hat to you. Jesse, that's very possible. I was thinking more like 10. Lala says she got him in 10. Jesse got him in 6. I guess if they add it together, that's round 16. It ain't happening. Yeah. I don't see Crawford knocking out Spence. Not saying it can't happen. I just don't see it. Because in order for Crawford to knock out Spence, that would mean Spence would lose. And I already said Spence was going to win. So I don't even know what y'all talking about. Why would y'all even? Y'all must be thinking about a trilogy fight or something. I don't know. Must be something in the air. Something going through the internet keyboards. But good luck on your picks, Jesse. I hope you do well.
I hope you don't pick that on Champ Ross. I hope he don't pick Crawford in 6 on Champ Ross.
Well, if he do, he just a believer. You know, you can't take away from his beliefs. That man believe it's gonna happen in 6. That's what he believed. Lala D believe it's gonna happen in 10. That's what she believed. But you and I both know that that's not what's gonna happen.
Nah, not at all. It wouldn't shock me if this fight went the distance.
That's more the lines of what I'm thinking on. I'm thinking a distance fight, a one-sided ass whooping, as Mr. Spence proclaimed, a one-sided ass whooping, where the judges won't be able to say anything but unanimous decision.
I just hope they don't be asking for Bo Mac to get fired after this fight. That's all. He was a great. No, I'm just saying. I add that to the list. I don't want to hear no Crawford fans talking about Bo Mac need to get fired after this fight. He was great up until this fight.
Yeah, don't be trying to fire Bo Mac. That's Buzz boy. I don't expect to see nobody get fired. I expect, see people go back home, lick their wounds. If there's a rematch where it's comparable of executing, then they will. But yeah, make sure they have all the ice packs and the cryo chambers and all that stuff for Bud, so he can get his body back in shape. Have the kids and family members come barbecue and pool party while he try to relax and let his body heal. While Spence is known to the world as undisputed.
So what do you think about the send-off? All the Crawford fans gathering around to send Crawford off into the desert, the Las Vegas desert.
Well, I hope they be sitting there waiting for him to come back beltless.
My question is why is he changing up the formula if it ain't broke?
Well, I don't think Bud and his people are crazy. I think they know that they got a tall task ahead of them. They got a tall task ahead of them. They know that they got to get serious. This is not an easy fight. This is not an easy fight. They're gonna have to bring out all the stops. They're gonna have to get all the tools that's supposedly in the tool bag, start sharpening them up, and be prepared to use them.
Well, my thing is, Colorado Springs has been working. What's wrong with Colorado Springs?
I don't know. I was surprised when he joined up with Snack, but that was it. I think, was it you that said that might have been the indicator that they was gonna fight? He trying to straighten up back in the day. I can't remember. Somebody had made that statement. Jesse Aguilar said, we're gonna need a Sunday show to serve crow to all the Spence fans. Wow. The man said we're gonna pull the stops.
That's gonna happen
Sunday.
That's gonna happen on Saturday night. You won't need no Sunday show.
But you say might end up getting a Saturday night show that rolled into Sunday.
Yeah, man, that's gonna happen after the fight. It's gonna be plenty of crow eating, depending on who loses or who wins. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of crow.
It's gonna be party and prayer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of crow being ate on that day.
And all I say, no, Bud's stopping him. It won't go the distance. Bud is getting prepared. He's being smart. And she said, yeah, MZ, I remember that. About the Bud joining Snack, probably an indicator that they was going to fight. I can't remember who said it, though. I thought it was Joseph Brown, which whoever said it, going back to it now, they were pretty, I would say they was on the money. The fight is here. He has filled his frame out since being with Snack. He does look like a 147 pounder. He does look there. He got a little thickness to him. But I don't think that's going to serve enough. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. We got a man that throws more punches than any other welterweight. Accurately. They're not just whizzing all over the place. He's connecting. He's applying pressure. He's cutting off the ring. And oh boy, did I mention that he's defensively sound? I did mention it, right?
Yeah, you just say that.
Yeah. So people gonna see his footwork.
Just call him the Tim Duncan of boxing. Big fundamentals.
The big fundamentalist, the big fish. The big fundamental. I wish he would have said he was the orca, though. The apex predator of the water.
Oh, the killer whale?
Yeah, I wish he had said he was an orca. Because, they're a mauler shark.
Oh yeah, they devour them boys.
But if he's saying he a megalodon, then then he has no problem. So I'm gonna say that he's considering himself a megalodon, not a great white, because I've actually seen one of those wildlife shows where they had tagged a great white, a big great white, and they had tagged some orcas, and they hunted that motherfucker down and killed it. The scientists was tripping.
Yeah, it was for sport. It was like just because.
Yeah, they didn't. They tore his fins off, and they just fucked him over. Orcas or something.
Like they're psychotic killers, bro. Like they don't even kill necessarily to eat what they kill. They just do it because they can.
And a crazy thing about them, they not even whales. They cousins to dolphins. They in the dolphin family.
So in a way, it's kind of like revenge because sharks like to eat. They like to eat dolphins.
Yeah, they be messing over. So they big brothers come around and be like, "Oh, so you want to mess with the little dude? We got something for you." And it's beautiful how they pods. They hunt together. They live together. Man, to me that's an awesome ass aquatic animal right there. I love them. Lala D said that's my favorite aquatic animal. Just say. Lala D said, "Don't forget me, MZ. I always knew the fight was happening." Yeah, I can't say that you stood firm on saying that they were gonna fight. You did stand firm on that. But when I can't lie to you, I kind of lost a little faith, Lala. Like I said, deep in the back of my mind, I always wanted it and begged for it. But yeah, I kind of lost a little hope when Bud went and fought Abanesian, and then the conversations that was being had, it kind of made me feel like they was just mucking it up so bad that people were gonna get bad taste and not fight. They weren't gonna fight. But then Spence held out, wouldn't fight Thurman, and all those things. We finally here, and I'm happy for that. Derek Bailey says orcas are starting to attack sailboats. Really? I haven't seen that. But dang. But that once again, that's my favorite aquatic animal. An orca is a beast to me.
Yeah, Spence got called all kind of names, and he never once said he was fighting Thurman.
Sure didn't. But they called him a liar. Oh, he lied. He said he wasn't gonna fight Thurman, but he is gonna fight Thurman. It was almost like to me, I feel like the Crawford camp and fans were trying to force Spence into a situation where they could say, "See, he lied."
But it didn't happen.
It didn't work. And that's one of the things I like about Spencer. He stood on the square. I just like that dude. His attitude. Even though he wasn't born in Texas, and I'm sure y'all could tell, I love Texas. I hate it and I love it at the same time. But to me, he a Texas boy. Yeah, he was born in Rhode Island, New York, somewhere like that.
New York.
Yeah, he was born in New York, but Texas raised him. And you could see it. You could hear it. And Bud gonna know it when they fight on the 29th. April, right? No, I'm tripping. June, July, August. When is the damn fight? July 29. My big sister's birthday is on the 4th of July. I gotta remember that.
Lala already got her ticket.
Yeah, Lala D said
she gonna be there.
Trying to see. Let me set my calendar so I can make sure that I'm on point on everything. My granddaughter will be down here in 3 days from California, and she on 10 all the time. All the time. It might be a little easier because she's coming down. She got a cast on her arm. Say, orcas are starting to attack sailboats. Yeah, I did not know that. They said there is literally a show that goes live bashing Bud every day. And you guys sitting up there crying about what's said about speed. What? But sis, this. This is what the first time we talked about Spence and Bud in a super long time, unless they was fighting somebody. But we haven't been on them. But now that the fight is up, I'm all for it. I don't know who go live every day and talk about him like that.
There's a lot of shows, bro. MZ, it's so disgusting. That's why I've been avoiding even talking about this because all these dudes, man, they counting down. They got 59 days to go, 53 days to go. Like it's every day, bro. If these guys even tweet something on Twitter, that'd be the whole topic of the show just on that, bro. It's just getting so disgusting. Like that's why I said I can't wait for the day after. So some of these dudes who have to find something else to do, man.
I feel you. Well, I can't give Bud props on his I don't know if he was Aquaman or Namor. I'm gonna say Namor because as much as I remember Aquaman, it's very rarely you ever seen him with the Triton. Very rare. But you see Namor with the Triton a lot. So I'm gonna say he was being Namor. I give him props on his little picture that he put up. You know, it was cool. But I like that Spence shirt. That shirt that he got all the fights that he had on there with the shark and the Bud that you were speaking about. I like that shirt. Pretty cool. So if I had to guess, I'd say right now with the t-shirts and the pictures, Spence up 2-1. Bud need to get his game up. But seeing that my father-in-law brought my wife, who does not drink, Jose Cuervo Especial. She don't drink tequila, she drink vodka, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna sneak in there and make me a little bit and see what happens. And yeah, something happening. Go in here and holler at Miss MZ. Not like holler at her, but you know, hey baby, how you doing? What's going on? It's been a beautiful night. Joe, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think we done touched on everything. We done beat up on, you know, whatever Bud fans might come around. And you know, next week, if you know the Kane show up and D-Lo got enough energy, bash them too.
I just hope Lala D don't come in here crying next week about her Champ Ross result. I'm expecting more out of you, Lala. I don't want to see you sliding down that list no more.
Who's she going against? We got to see who people going against. Got to get the Wizard to drop a list. See what's happening. But you want to close out, bro? I think we didn't reach that time.
Yes, sir. Everybody go check out these fights. Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor, the biggest fight at 140.
Don't forget about AB.
Yeah, AB, all about that. You know, we'll see what AB is about on Saturday. Yeah, Munguia Derevyanchenko. That's another fight to look for. So
Rigondeaux,
the return of Rigondeaux. There's another guy. But yeah, man, look forward to Tio versus Taylor. That's the fight I'm looking forward to this weekend the most.
Who'd you say?
Tio versus Taylor.
Oh, okay. I thought the first name you said sounded a little strange at first.
Yeah, Tio versus Taylor. Looking forward to that big time. But yeah, appreciate you having me on like always, man. Love the back and forth. You know, in the chat. You know, it's all love at the end of the day. Look forward to seeing you guys next week, same time. Peace.
All right. Right before I go out, you know, Lala D say less JB. Jay Bailey, you're gonna wish you were that boat that Orca was attacking on July 30th. She said, I'll be cracking myself up. Yeah, you hit a spot every once in a while, sis. I greatly appreciate everybody coming through and chilling with us. Jesse Aguilar says peace. I'm saying peace to you. Damn, is that right? Yeah, Lala D. She said that to you, Dig Baby. She said that with no reserve. She just let it go. Nah, how you feel? But I appreciate everybody coming through. It was a great night. We got to talk some good boxing. We had a great conversation. I appreciate every last one of you guys coming through. And with that, I'm going to say peace. I'm out.